you ready?
This is the D-Generation Clix podcast with your hosts.
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruppman.
Ravage.
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane.
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab.
We
Best friends.
Asgard to mouth.
And Pete.
'Cause I'm just me.
Welcome back to the D-Generation Clix podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me tonight are Miles and Pete. Miles, any clicks for you this last week?
No, as per usual. No, it's going to be quite a while till I'm able to get some clicks in.
That's unfortunate. When's the next time you're looking at?
I'm going to have to do Roll20 for a bit, so.
Yuck.
Because states aren't until January. Yep. And we don't have any CCOs.
Also, that sucks.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Right?
Yeah. It's a great time to be alive on the West Coast.
Pete, how did it feel to actually sit down and play some clicks again this week?
It was good. It was nice. We had a nice little chase booster event. I luckily got to buy the first round, then I matched up with Redmond in the second round in a very fun event put forth by our local judge, Jeremy Talaronic. And we had quite a game, Redmond. Actually, it was a sweaty game, 40-15, I think.
It was.
Unfortunately, you won, so the bad guys won, good guys lost. And then my last round, I got a matchup with Bookwood, and we can get into that with the Bookwood report.
How did you like Bastion? Because you played the new chase.
I think he's a thing in silver. Absolutely. In modern, no, but I think in silver, he's a lot to deal with. And when you and I played, I figured out at the end of the game I was healing incorrectly the whole game, so the game was kind of like getting used to the new piece.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really, really good.
Yeah, I think there's some silver potential too, like you said. I'm not sure if it's there in modern. Being able to equip him with something like the Zero Ring helps a lot.
Well, and also our build for Monday was very limited to sets that were part of like TV shows and stuff, so that was not an ideal robot build for him.
No,
but
it was not.
He's super fun, and he is just impossible to get through. Even playing against X-Men teams, which are highly, highly efficient. X-Men is the thing now.
Which is great
in
to
modern
hear.
And in silver. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be playing the shit out of this set for sure. I actually got to play in 2 chase booster events. I went up north a little bit and played a Krakoa X-Men team that was a lot of fun. I've been wanting to play that Krakoa from House of X for a really long time, especially since they changed being able to like pick up and manipulate terrain markers a lot more. And so I played that with the Prime Cable. And so if Cable took a power action next to Krakoa, he could teleport across the map into one of those markers and then still do his running shot as free. So I went 3-0 with a team with, what was it? It was Krakoa, Prime, Cable, the Mr. Sinister from House of X with the die replacements, and then Morph with the avatar of Animal Man. So Morph with that alternate card, I am a huge fan of. He is amazing. Professor X, the new Professor X super rare with the Spectral and Liar Ring, and then Krakoa had Incandescence and Lightning. So Professor X had a 10 range Mind Control and Outwit with Precision Strike. And then Krakoa had an 8 range Energy Explosion with the Lightning Ring that increases damage when you use bolts. Venom Magneto, Dark Phoenix, and then Porter with 1 multiple man at the Crimson Gem. And that Crimson Gem was huge, being able to break blocking and being able to pick up a terrain marker. So it was a really fun team to play, and definitely was nice to kind of get my feet wet with Cable. I definitely think that is my piece going into Modern. And then the team that
How are you equipping a Krakoa is my question.
Krakoa?
Standard?
It's House of X. It's not the Colossal, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, that's what I was looking at was the Colossal. Okay, that makes sense then. All right,
Yeah, it's
perfect.
just that little. He's only 2 clicks and 40 points, but he's got an 8 range. It sees through blocking and hindering, and just being able to
Yeah, the really
teleport.
cool sculpt where he looks like an old man with the beard and
Yes, from
everything.
the future.
Yes. Okay.
So I've been wanting to play something with him for a while, and the Prime Cable is just perfect for him being able to power action and then free running shot after. So really cool team. It was very strong. And
So
then
that was something I was looking at that, and like I know some people are going to think that it's a problem. I don't think that Krakoa cable is a problem at all. I think there's plenty of counters because it's hindering terrain markers, so they can just destroy them.
oh yeah, and
So
it was hard
it's
to do honestly, and people were pretty aggressive. So I think in my first game, what happened when I played my second game? I know they one got picked up, one got destroyed, and then it was a big map, so it was kind of hard to get where I needed to go for the other one. So it's definitely not like I just get to attack your team turn 1 or 2 or whatever just because I have it.
yeah, no, it definitely looks fun, and when I saw that, and I'm glad that it actually worked out because it's one of those gimmicks that seems really good, and then when you play it, sometimes it doesn't work out good. So it's nice to finally see a figure like Krakoa who he does something unique that like actually is able to really, I think, shine in silver now with Cable. I think Cable makes Krakoa like something you really look at if you're playing X-Men.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I'll be looking at. This House of X set came out in what 5 years ago now?
More than
Probably.
Yeah,
that?
at least. Is
I
it that
think it was.
long?
I want to say it was like 2018, yeah,
House of X? No, it was during COVID.
or 2019. It was 2019, wasn't it?
No, House of X was during COVID for sure. Because it was
No, House
after
of X
Future
was before.
Foundation. House of X?
Yeah, so one more reason
Yeah,
to play
wasn't that
silver
before?
because things like that come back, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
wasn't that after JLU, or was that before JLU? I mean,
House of X? No, House of X was after Future Foundation.
I was thinking it was before that.
It was
Yeah.
they were part of the new
It was
sculpts,
2019.
right? It was Wonder Woman, then
Oh, yeah,
Future
2021.
Foundation. 2021, okay.
Yeah.
So we're coming up to 5 years, but yeah, we didn't get to play that set enough. So being able to take a piece that I've kind of like had in the back of my mind for a long time and make a good team out of it was really cool. And then I got to take my pretty much the main team that I'm hoping to play for Modern and turned it into a 400-point team. All I did was add Exodus from XDPS and then the Mr. Sinister robot from also from XDPS, and went 3-0 with that team also. So it's the Marauders team that I've talked about a few times. So again, played really fun and excited to play this for Modern.
Oh, I thought you played the Rise and Fall Exodus. I didn't realize you were doing that XDPS.
Oh, I love that XDPS one.
He loves that piece. That's a board control piece for him from day one.
Yeah, I've played him quite a few times. He was on my what was the pulp, or it was a Pauper WKO that we did, and he was on my team. I think it was a Brotherhood team with the robots with Magneto and Sabretooth. And he was on that team too. But yesterday he failed on his leadership. He's got a really cool leadership where when you succeed, for every action token that you take off, which you can take off up to 3 from adjacent friendly characters, you modify his combat values +3 or +1 for each one. And I did not hit 1 leadership all day with him. So that was unfortunate. So he really didn't do that much. Sinister Clone, that robot one's always good though. And we spent a ton of time building an X-Men team for Ollie, and then he left his box in the garage. So from the day before, we still had a box of 2 Dark Phoenixes. So Ollie played the event with a 300-point Dark Phoenix, a 30-point Dark Phoenix, and then Doug let him borrow a 55-point Magneto. So he played an X-Men themed team also. He ended up actually winning his first 2 games, and then he played me in the final. So a little proud dad moment there.
That's amazing that he's able to get the 300-point Phoenix to be playable just for fun.
I think he's only really had it used against him. He got to practice it a little bit the day before, so he finally being able to play it and see how good it was kind of cool. And he's getting so much better with like placement and just playing his pieces.
Oh, even at Clix Camp, like that's his placement and everything was perfect. Just the gamma bombs were too much.
Yeah, he's really improved this year. I'm excited to see what he does for our CCO here in a couple weeks. But this episode, we're going to do something the Eagles weren't able to do, and that's have an episode 101. As far as news goes, our CCO fall event is Saturday the 29th at 9:30 a.m. for registration at Coliseum Games in Kenosha, Wisconsin. If 300 Modern is not your thing, we also will be doing BRs all day and dropping the new LEs, so you can stop by and do that as well. Pete, are we still doing that one stupid thing?
We are.
What would be fun?
Hello, friends. It's time for episode 101, also known as one more episode in the Eagle Cast, the Bookwood Report, the People segment. Bookwood had himself some purchases. He obviously saw some things online and went pretty deep into possible upcoming legacies. We have no confirmation of that, so take this with a grain of salt. He got himself a Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls Joker. He got himself a Firefly from Joker's Wild DC Hero Clicks. He got the sketch variant, so he's classy. He got himself a DC Hero Clicks Joker's Wild Mr. Freeze, and then a Avengers Fantastic Four Empire Princess Varanki. He also got himself a Joker's Wild 029 Calculator Uncommon, a Wonder Woman 80th Maxi Zeus Uncommon, a DC Hero Clicks Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls, the Joker Super Rare. Oh, we already mentioned that. Then he went back, way back, and I do actually like this trade because he got himself a classic Mjolnir. And it looks like Cosmo without the legacy. And then he got himself Madeline Pryor for $65. He wants me to let Redmond know he called me crazy for doing it.
It wasn't
and
70?
that is your Booker report. No, he said 65. So I gotta go with the man when he says his report. So he's probably fudging numbers. So let's just be honest. Redmond, did you play him?
I did not. I was busy winning. So I think he was on the lower end of everything. I think you got to play him though, didn't you?
I did round 3, and he learned that Bastion in silver is a thing. So Bookwood had a really good X-Men team, and he just could not hit. And it was very satisfying as Prime Rogue basically missed every attack by one for most
So
of
what
the
you're
game.
saying is that Walls did stop his Professor X.
They did. It was a good game. Bookwood's a very good player. We had a couple of big moments, and eventually just time ran out on him. So I ended up winning. I got his Jean Grey. He missed his roll on Phoenix to bring her out, and I got something else. So I ended up winning like 80 to like 40. So close game, but the good guys won in that one. Not the game before versus Redmond. I lost 40 to 15, but we're not going to talk about that.
You played Evil Bastion.
Dude, Bastion's good, man.
I played the good guys.
Bastion's good.
We had a 63-person event over the weekend, which was Red, White, and Clix. But before we go over the top 16, we did want to call out all the Beetlejuice players that decided the main force Beetlejuice was the play for the event. So first is going to be Max Kenkel, who played a team called Beetlejuice Brigade. It was Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk and the Crimson Gem, Beetlejuice with the avatar of Animal Man, and Arcade. Now, the cool thing about this team is what Arcade does with Spirit of Vengeance. Unfortunately, it is a little tainted by Beetlejuice's presence, but he's able to have a snake pit in the terrain marker section with his heart-shaped urban phone booth, but Arcade can actually generate 2 as well, and Spirit of Vengeance is able to take potentially 3 damage right out of the gate and get to click 7 and unleash one of his pilots. So cool little trick with Arcade, but unfortunately, 100 points of Beetlejuice is on there as well. So let's see what Max had to go up against and what teams just got completely shut down. So first we have Noah Huzinga's team, Abomination Army. So he played Hidari Yao with the Universal Weapon. So Hidari could pick something with the Universal Weapon at 100 points, but she could not do anything like a running shot energy explosion or pulse wave, anything like that. I think that's about all she's limited to, right? Then we have Abomination with Avatar of Animal Man. So he is unable to use Animal Man. So 10 points right out of the gate. Nothing. We cannot charge Flurry. And you couldn't pick anything to take that charge and turn into Hypersonic with Avatar of Animal Man, like we said, because he's not able to access him. Then we have the Loki from Collector's Trove, the Chase. Why do you think the Destroyer armor wasn't on this guy?
Maybe they didn't have them. That's the only thing I can think of, because like that's exactly what you do. You put Destroyer on.
Yeah, it wasn't on anyone else.
Yeah.
But depending on what
that's interesting.
What he's on, he would get no Outwit, no Perplex, no Sidestep, and no Poison. So takes his usefulness down just a little bit. Then he also had Predegaton, so no Team Player. He would not be able to use his Poison or his Sidestep or his Outwit, depending on the click that he's on. He had a Red Lantern Recruit with the Red Lantern Ring. So Red Lantern Recruit at 15 points gets no Sidestep and no Poison. So it's really just 15 points of a 6 move, 10 precision strike, and then 2 Sentinel Technicians. What were these Sentinel Technicians doing? Just bringing in other Sentinels potentially?
They also had support to like heal up Abomination and Hidari Yao, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Oh, and just easy ways to bring in people that aren't deities for Hidari. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there
that's
also
it.
characters to bring in juice to damage the Loki.
Yeah, I do like that. Okay.
Yeah, he's got 6 characters to make sure Hidari's protected, and then ways of supporting. That's what they're doing. But
yeah, okay, that makes sense. And they can't poison though, so there's that. All right, and then round 2 played Andrew Click, who had a neat Atrocitus chase team. So it was a full point Atrocitus and Dex Star at 150. He had the Destroyer armor on, so Atrocitus now cannot poison, which is his big thing. So that's a rough dial when you can't do your big thing just from a piece across the board. We got 50-point Hal Jordan, who can't sidestep, so I guess it's a 50-point Empower piece with TK. 19 defend. We have, now this is probably the worst hurt piece right here. So this is the Chase Adam from Lantern Legacy, who has a team player team ability, which he cannot use. He has free make an attack targeting an opposing character that attacked the Atom or another friendly character with the Herald or Indigo Tribe keyword since your last turn. Can't use that. He has another special speed power here. It is Sidestep, so can't use that. And it's also free if the Atom is adjacent to a friendly character that shares a keyword with them. You may place him adjacent to another friendly character within 6 squares. Can't do that. He also has free, choose one, Outwit or Perplex, and the Atom can use that until your next turn. So this guy gets completely shut down, and if he's got a ring, can't generate those for free either. So real rough on that, unfortunate, because the Atom's a really cool piece.
probably the best or one of the best support pieces now. That's just you can't even look at him.
No, I think
why
he
would
is. Yeah, he's got to be the best support piece.
Yeah.
Right. All of his
Yeah, he's incredible.
prob, perplex, and outwit. He's got support, plenty of rollouts. Yeah, tiny. He can just move around. But not if you got Beetlejuice.
Great keywords.
Yeah.
Can't play him.
Nope. Unfortunate. Then round 3. So Max did lose the first one. He won the second game 300-0. And then round 3 was against a rogue team, which the rogue team won 300 points. Spirit of Vengeance, Red Hulk. It's unfortunate with the avatar of Gaia. Prime Rogue, not equipped, but still no free Oh, actually, the whole thing is free. So yeah, she is free. Make a close attack or close range train action is free, so she can't even do that. And no outwit. So it's really just a 100 point hypersonic piece with with a 12 attack, right? That can
Yeah, she's
take
still
her
hitting
to-
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, but this
she's
is
one of
your-
the few figures that she's not like Adam.
No, but it's a
But
100
it's
point
still-
prime, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I mean. Is like it's still functional and you can still win, but it's just you're not able to play the piece as intended.
Yeah, way less fun. And no team player TA. Cherry Panther, so no vibranium removal. The Colossal Sinestro, so no perplex, where you get to also generate a construct, one of the cool things that he does, and no sidestep. And then we have Predagaton again that we mentioned how he is neutered as well. Round 4 was against Vincent Draken on an X-Men X-Force team. So this one, Max went 300 to 0. Again, it was Prime Rogue, so we said what she can't do. Did get Juggernaut from Collector's Trove, the Chase on here. And he cannot, he can full charge, but his cool close that you're paying 80 points for just cannot do. So you just get to charge. You wouldn't have the speed, but then you're just making one attack, 12 for 4. So that's unfortunate because that is a really cool Juggernaut that I'd like to see more of. We have the super rare Storm at 65 points. Her only movement is sidestep, which she can't use. And then we have D-Cell, another, again, very cool piece that's going to affect the board, but she can't sidestep. So no move. And we have Leech, who can outwit, which is his big thing. So now, with no one else outwitting on the whole team, he's just 15 wasted points, pretty much. All right.
Yeah.
Then, what's that?
I said, yeah, that's yeah, because taking away team abilities is supposed to be beneficial because then he can outwit someone that had cosmic energy. So
Yeah, I don't see any other real issues. Maybe a Mystics team was still helpful on, or against the Mystics team.
yeah.
And then last round was against Stephen Clark, which Stephen won. It was the Silver Surfer from the Herald's pack with the Crimson Gem. Galactus with the Legacy card. I guess that's the only one that's modern legal. So let's see. Silver Surfer was unable to outwit or use the whole main reason that you play him, which is free. Choose a character within range and line of fire. That character can't use protected outwit or safeguard outwit until your next turn. Obviously, that's where a ton of his points is coming from at 90 points, and he just can't do that. So for 90 points, he is a 10 hypersonic, 12 precision strike, 4 damage. So again, very cool piece that on the fringe, and neutered. Cool thing you can't do. Anything with Galactus besides a nice story,
Yeah,
Miles?
Bookwood.
Yeah, do you have a story about this Galactus, Miles?
Yeah, we saw his team, and Bookwood mentioned that he was wondering why he had Animal Man, and then in the same thought, he realized Galactus can pick hypersonic speed with 0 speed. So
How far does Galactus go at
Bookwood's
his 0
strategy.
speed?
he goes 0.
He moves 0, and he moves again for 0.
And then he also has his range when he attacks, so now he's attacking from 6 instead. So that's a solid Bookwood player right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I believe his exact words were, "Wow, actually, Galactus with Animal Man I like because picking hypersonic speed makes him really good."
I mean, I guess against Beetlejuice though, you're not even picking hypersonic speed, so Bookwood wouldn't have to even worry about that combination.
Yeah.
That's where the game would fall apart for him. He'd be like, dang it, I can't pick hypersonic speed for 0.
And then Galactus goes
That
up
just
on
sounds
eBay.
like, that's probably an even dumber idea than me playing Scott Porter on Frightful 4 just to swap out the free Dream Ruby.
No, that your idea was better, I think.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is the one thing that's even.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also on the team
Just picking
was
hyper-
Legacy Madam Web, so she was not able to free place Madam Web up to 2 squares away from her current square, then turn her dial to her next starting click, and that's how she does her really cool ways to get the dice to replace dice, and you can't perplex and you can't outwit. So that's 30 points of prob, I guess, with 4 range. Is that really all she's doing?
Yeah, because you can't even free TK the markers. So yeah.
Jeez, yeah, because the Ring of TK is set down too. So that's real rough. We talked about the Colossal Sinestro, Predagiton, Copycat. Obviously can't use any freeze that she's taken, and Fenix is no sidestep. So kind of rough on that too. But yeah, that's the day of Max's Beetlejuice team. Max, if you have time, why don't you send me a message on why you decided to not have fun at Red, White, and Clix and play a Beetlejuice team? And we will report that next episode. Who else played Beetlejuice, guys?
We have Mr. Rob Olger. He played Beetlejuice Brigade also. He scored 1065. He went 5-1. His first round matchup was against Mr. Andrew Parker, who had a Mr. Mind Mob. He won Rob won 155-65. So what could Mr. Mind not do? The giant space worm, well, couldn't utilize anything from his one on his card, right?
Yep.
Maybe
The Animal Man avatar.
Yep. Free. That's done. The Animal Man avatar is done. So you still do have a 150 point piece that can do some things, but a lot of his very cool stuff is gone. Then you have Prime Sinestro, who cannot perplex. He can running shot, but there's no pulse wave with it. So he'd just be pulse waving from in place. And then obviously the Colossal Sinestro we've talked about.
So just to clarify real quick, so you have somebody that built a really cool 150 point Mr. Mind team and a Prime Sinestro team that gets relatively shut down by one piece, right? From across the map.
Yep.
That's correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check.
Yes.
Okay. Proceed.
You are correct. All right, thank you. Rob's round 2, he played Miguel Gonzalez. He won 95-65. Miguel played Trigon Troop. So Trigon had Avatar of Animal Man. We all know how that's going to go. Overall, I don't think Trigon at 100 was super affected by Beetlejuice, though. Because it doesn't, I'm not seeing a ton of freeze. Yeah. So there you go. Now, he did play Chase Dr. Doom, a great piece from Collector's Trove, very affected by Beetlejuice. He cannot use Outwit, so he does get probability control, but he also can't do really one of his biggest things is starting on there to be able to do that to draw. The Reigns in Line of Fire still does hold up, and the Darkholds still do hold up, but losing Outwit on a piece that really depends on it and using his Doombots to do that is kind of a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Soul Siphon is useless.
Yeah. And actually, Serpent Crown would would be affected too because they may be given a closer range as free.
Yeah.
So you're not even getting that. Druid gets really. Oh, I suppose, yeah. Druid's really getting affected a lot. There's no Panaka Bow, please. That free's completely gone. And out of his dice rolling shenanigans, he's really only able to do half of them because 3 of them are freeze. So the wand is gone, the spectacles are gone, and the stash Lasua is gone. So he's not doing half of what he should be doing at all. Then the Ring of TK, that's useless because you can't do the TK as free. Moving on, we have the Green Man. You can running shot, you can pulse away from in place, but you can't do it together. You also can't outwit.
You got to give me enough time to actually do it first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to add it later.
No, you're good. It's easier just to cut the silence around it.
I misunderstood. I got you. All right. And then we talked about Colossal Sinestro and Copycat and Raven. I don't think the Raven is really affected. Copycat definitely is, though. But that's hard to define what she's going to be affected by. So that was his round 2. Any thoughts on that?
With the Druid, I mean, that's a cool piece that you want to see more people play, and again, just gets pretty shut down, right?
Well, that just feels like the Atom again, right?
Yeah.
Like I am not gonna even bother with that piece.
The
So
wrong
Yeah, 'cause
pocket
now you're
thing you're
using
not doing.
barrier.
It's really the Pinkabo please, where it's free choose an adjacent friendly character. So you're paying 30 points to give somebody Pensai and the targeting that destroys blocking, and he has also got perplex. So really, what is this piece doing? It's a 30-point barrier piece.
Yeah.
yeah, because
That's
that's it. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Because the wrong pocket's at 50 points. But if you decided to play him at 50 points, you got a 50% chance that he's not going to do what you want him to do.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Moving on, round 3, he played Brody Bobbledick, and from the Captain America crew was his team. And let's take a look at the score here. Rob ended up winning 215 to 35. So Brody had the Captain America arena cap. So unfortunately, arena cap is not flurrying is free, or charging and flurrying. So I think that's mostly what he takes away from cap because he still does get the arena marker. Yes. Spot gets infected quite a bit. There's no free placing spots marker. There is no flurry is free. There is no. That's Yeah, that's basically it. But I mean, you're taking that
Outwit.
55-point piece. It's a super high proficient attacker and outwit, and you're basically making him do what? Phase around?
Yep. And team player.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. This is what's funny is like I'm so overwhelmed even having played against Juice and just sitting here and looking at pieces and finding the stuff that they can't do that even reading it and having read it already, I'm like missing stuff. So I can't imagine playing against the piece, right?
Yeah, it'll slow the
Because the
games
whole
down.
time you're like, well, I can't do this, right? Or can I do this? Anyways, reverse flash with the destroyer armor, so he does not get his flurry is free. So when you hypersonic, there's no such thing as flurry is free. Um, Pretty much everything else should be okay on the reverse flash.
Yes.
He has Spider-Man from the 400 set, and there's no leap climb, or there is leap climb, but there's no free place, so there's no wall crawler ability. And then it looks like that's pretty much it from that.
Team player.
Yeah, team player. I always forget team player. Sinestro we talked about.
Well, guess
Prodegaton we
what?
talked about.
Guess what? If you're playing against Beetlejuice, you might as well forget about it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you're looking at your team and you're like, why did I even bother with this?
Yep.
So, yeah. So we're going on to round 4. He played Josiah Garvizu. Josiah played Sinestro Squad. Rob ended up winning that at 220 to 35. Josiah's team was affected as he had Prime Sinestro, which we've talked about. So again, you can running shot, you can pulse wave, but you can't do them together. And there's no such thing as perplex on this team. So a lot of Sinestro's utility is kind of gone top dial at that point. We talked about the Collector's Trove Juggernaut. Obviously, his charge and then being able to do the close, it doesn't exist. So you can still charge, you can still full speed charge, which is good, but it's not doing what the piece is designed to do. John Constantine, he's pretty much almost unusable. He's a stealth piece, but you can't free place him. Can't outwit. You still do get probability control. And he had Avatar of Animal Man on him, so now you have 60 points of basically a walk around stealth piece with probability control.
Yeah, you're paying 60 points for your opponent not to be able to use Brawl.
Yes.
Little pricey.
We talked about yeah, a little bit. Talked about Colossal Sinestro. We talked about Copycat. And we've talked about well, we actually did not talk about Lucas, PJ, and Scott. So no sidestep. That's pretty much the biggest thing with them.
And again, we want to see
So-
more primes and tent poles for teams like this. And he's also not able to do his constructs as free. So 100-point prime that just isn't going to be doing what makes him cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's just you just like you're listing all these pieces that people want to play and they seek out to play and they travel to play and now you're like, why would I do this? So, moving on. Round 5 he played Denton Bobbledick. He played the Rogue roster. Rob won 300 to 35. Then he played Prime Rogue. We've talked about her with the Destroyer Armor, Silver Surfer. With Avatar of Animal Man, we actually talked about that. We just talked about John Constantine. So overall, quite a bit of what this team does was shut down pretty hard by Beetlejuice.
And I think that you can just tell by the winnings, the differences between this team and Max's, whereas Max just threw on juice. And like I said, when we were leading up to like what's going to be like the new big bad post rotation, and I was talking about how main force juice just becomes this much more of a problem. And I think Rob's team is a perfect example of when you build around it. Like I know that he lost and cut, but he went undefeated in the Swiss for a reason.
Yeah.
Going against everything that we talked about, the team pieces that were shut down against Max. Max's team just wasn't optimized, so they were able to get past that. But when you look at an optimized juice team, I mean, this is what happens. It's just oppressive and just it's an unfun experience, and there's really not much else I can say about it except that he's garbage.
Beetlejuice. To clarify, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's yes.
So, unfortunately, Rob's day came to an end at the hands of the Logan Pregnano, a member of course, the wonderful Flying Pregnanos. Logan won 300-80. He played A-Bomb Army. He had Abomination. He had Juggernaut. He had Legacy Ace, who cannot use her Outwit, and cannot use Perplex. So she can still TK at least. I guess that's good, right? And Mind Control.
Yeah.
And then you're going to Legacy Panther. We know about him, so no Outwit and no free Vibranium removal for pacing, which is important with Juggernaut. And Perdegaton we've talked about, and Copycat we've talked about.
So Rob, send us a message and let us know why you hate fun and why you decided that Beetlejuice was the play for Red, White, and Clix 2025. We got anyone else that decided to play Beetlejuice, Miles?
Yes, we have one more. The war criminal, Scott Johnson. So he played Juice with Animal Man, which obviously he can use, and then he also had the Arena Cap with Mjolnir and then Spireham Prime with Gaia, Pegasus Cap with Destroyer, and Legacy Panther, and Fortify. So his team is my opponent can't play the game, but luckily I don't know how to play either, so I'll just simplify it for all of us because my figures can't do what they need to either. So he did go 7-2. He got second place. We have he played against Corey Gould, which is the Hadari Yao Horde. He won 210 to 150, which was Hadari Yao at 60, Flash Raptor with Animal Man. So Flash Raptor, Hadari Yao at 60, you're talking what? No sidestep.
No.
Yeah. So she's just stuck there. Flash Raptor. He's not going to have the Quake is free, and he's not going to have the Animal Man to protect him. Maybe bump up his defense a little bit.
Bro,
that's rough,
bro.
It is very rough, bro. He goes from a protein shake to a brotato chip when Juice is on the map.
It's true,
bro. No lie detected, bro.
And then Constantine, we've talked about him. Reverse Flash, the Spider-Man from the 400. Miles, Phoenix, and Lucas, PJ, and Scott. And then he also has a web swinging for and Diabolic bargain. So round 2, he won 300 to 40 against Jacob Hicks, who was running the Avengers army. So a war criminal destroying an army makes sense. The really cool new super rare Magneto, which we talked about, he's a really good figure that you can base off because he won't split his damage. You gave him Destroyer Armor for some protection. You got Zala Jor-El with God Killer Sword, so you're like, okay, he doesn't really have a lot of freeze. It's fine. And then you look at the next two figures, Sandman and Spider-Man Noir, who are just there to help Magneto be able to be Magneto. And they do the free smoke cloud. They don't even have the option to do a power action smoke cloud.
Yeah.
And like Sandman can't even sidestep or poison. Yes. Spider-Man Noir is just doing nothing either. And then you have Kooky Cap with Mjolnir. Yeah. Perdegaton, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. And the Scarlet Witch is, the doing just, she's TK Improv, I guess. No Perplex, no Outwit.
Yeah, the thing that hurts again is like
So,
you have
a really
a
cool idea.
unique combo with Magneto, right? And then 65 points of nothing that really would have enabled the team.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're investing some points to try and get this piece to work and everything, and no,
Not today.
the bad
Not
guy
until-
Scott Johnson.
Not until after Worlds next year, I guess.
Maybe he'll get 3 years.
Better not.
Let's not do that.
All right, so yeah, round 3, the War Criminal did get his comeuppance, his first of 2 losses against Mrs. Sam Powell, who was playing 395. Spirit of Vengeance, unequipped. Juggernaut with the Crimson Gem, which we've talked about. Legacy Panther, we've talked about. Trove Scarlet Witch with the Ring of TK, so she obviously can't do the free TK, and she cannot do her sidestep. And then we have Protegaton. So, but it's a Spirit of Vengeance team that we've seen that they really aren't dependent on free action, so it's one of the few teams that are built around it, but that's still not good enough, even if you only have 2 teams that can really work around it. Just, yeah. Creates a piss poor experience. And then round 4, he played Mateo Maya, who did play against Max. So this is his second main force juice team. So I'm guessing Mateo had a great time. Scott won 300 to 135, and we already talked about Mateo's team, which is the Prime Rogue, the Spirit of Vengeance, Legacy Panther, Sinestro, and Protegaton. And once again, like I was talking about with Rob, is that Max's team was just juice on the main force, whereas these 2 teams were more optimized for what it does. And so you can see the difference of this rogue team and with Spirit of Vengeance dealing with an actual optimized juice build to suck the most fun out of the air. Like, he's like one of those like birthday clowns that does it part-time, and he really hates kids, and he's always just sitting in the corner smoking cigarettes, telling the kids leave him alone. Like, that's what I feel like Scott is. He just does not like fun.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Did you have any
you
of
have
those?
a part-time gig we need to know about? Yeah.
Do I have a part-time job? No.
Yeah.
I don't have
okay.
Did you ever
That was
have
just
one of
oddly
those clowns
specific as well.
at your birthday party ever growing up?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from a childhood memory.
Yeah, so it hurts.
Yeah.
It cuts deep.
It does.
Sitting in the corner banging down Newports one after the other.
Yes. It's actually cool. KOOL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the real menthol ones. And then his next game, he decided to go ahead and show that I guess he wanted a sticker for being a collector team. But you got disqualified because you played Juice, so you don't get your sticker, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
It was collector with Sister Cersei, which is really cool. Sister Cersei just becomes and collectors doesn't even have any equipment, so that's really cool. I thought
That's weird.
did we have another team with Sister Cersei?
No. This was it, right?
Because I thought the collector had like glider and
Yeah, I wonder if it got deleted or if that was a different team that we were looking at.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it got deleted
Deleted.
or something because this has to be the same team.
Yeah.
yeah. There's the unequipped collector. See that? He's starting to delete his teams. Thanks, Scott. Sister Cersei, yeah, she can't even do her free, which is really what's a big part of her starting out is with you free move her and another friendly character within range and line of fire 2 squares. Massive time Harley Quinn, which we've seen the GOAT John Michael player, which is running shot pulse wave, either just running shot or just pulse waving. Protegaton, which we talked about, and then Phoenix Fog.
Don't forget about team players. Can't do those.
Oh yeah, no team players, yeah. And then round 7, which is his top 8 game, he had to play against Logan, who had to play back-to-back Juice teams. So we just got done talking about Logan's team. So, I mean, what a way to end a tournament. You make cut, you beat Juice, and then you have to deal with another one just
Back
right
to
off the
back.
bat.
Yep.
It's
Just get kicked right in the nuts.
You're ruining kids.
Oh, completely.
Yeah, he's a kid, Scott. You're just
Logan
you're
had
that
to miss.
uncle that people say, "I'm not bringing you around my kids."
Logan had to
That's
miss
it.
a history test to come to this event, and you made him play 2 Beetlejuices back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we should find out from the Pragnanos if Logan would have rather taken the history test and done that.
That's a good question, actually. We should find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miles,
call on the voicemail, Logan, and let us know.
Miles, you did miss round 5 against Aaron Lloyd, I believe. This was a cool team.
Oh, why do I? How
The
do I
only
keep skipping?
the only theme.
Beetlejuice is shutting down Miles Freeze.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's the war criminal Scott. This is a deplorable birthday part-time clown. It's just ruining my life. So, round 5, he beat Aaron Lloyd 300 to 295. Aaron Lloyd was playing, the only theme team at the event. It seems like,
It seems like.
With Guy Gardner, Lantern Legacy Chase, which is, guess what? He has charge. Really cool. And when he would generate a red or violet construct, he may generate both. So he didn't have to take a power action if he's equipped with a ring to do that. He has flurry and charge, but so he's just charging. So he's just going to be your basic charge, just a regular charge piece instead of being able to do what you want with him. For 75 points, it just is, it's sad.
Yeah,
We have Zala Jor-El.
We start to see a chase break into the field and just shut down. Very unfortunate.
I mean, it's great for 75 points. You just get charge and giant reach, precision strike.
Yeah, real good. Only has 2 targets, I guess, too. Pegasus Cap with Destroyer. Kooky Cap with no Mjolnir. Interesting. Legacy Panther with Ring of TK. So we've already talked about that. War Machine. So he's only being able to prob full map. He can't perplex. So you're paying 30 points for prob. Copycat and Phoenix we've talked about. And in his sideline, he had Pin Particles. So he's not using that. So now we're going to go to his top 4 match against Nate White. And this match ended so fast that I actually had to message a few people because I'm like, did Nate just look at that and just say, you know what? I don't even feel like playing. I concede. And honestly, I wouldn't have blamed Nate for doing that, but apparently not. It just ended like Scott was able to get cross map and just wipe him in a few turns real quick. It's Prime Abomination with Avatar of Animal Man, which we've talked about. Spot gets shut down. Manifold, he doesn't do his free TK or perplex, but he still carries. Legacy Panther we've talked about. Perdegaton, with the Sinestro Core Ring, so he came perplex. He's gonna take a power action, make the things anyway, and 2 copycats with web swing and fortify and practice teamwork. Now I want to wait because this is top 4 and everything. Give those teams actual credit and start talking about them when we're not just talking about the war criminal Scott Johnson. And then in the finals, he lost 100 to 75 against Brody, the eventual winner, which is the Captain America crew team, which we already went over because he played Rob. So yeah, Brody played 2 main force juice teams. I'm guessing he had tons of fun with that.
He did at least win, so there was probably some fun there, but there was definitely some low points.
Matter. A bad experience can ruin a win. I've had events I've won that
That's
I
fair.
just didn't have fun.
I agree with you.
And he had 10 points under. Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if Brody would say that playing the one earlier helped him with the one later. I mean, I'm sure you learned from that experience.
He probably went in knowing it was not going to be any fun to play against. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Easier to know what his pieces can't do anymore.
Yep. This will be the only one time I'm going to address it. I know that, on the stream, it seemed like Brody was taking extensive amounts of time for his turns, but it's kind of hard to not do that when your opponent says you can't do anything. So you have to completely relearn how your team does. So you want to play main force juice, the Time Lord takes over. That's how that happens.
Yep.
So
you have to think about everything you can't do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's break this down into the top 16. So in 16th place was Emma Bradforth, who played the Guy Gardner gang. It was the Collector's Trove Juggernaut at 80 points with the Crimson Gem, the Chase Guy Gardner at 75 points, the Reverse Flash Prime, Harley Quinn Chase from Masters of Time, Scarlet Witch with the Ring of TK from the Cookie Quartet, and then Predagiton with Sinestro Core Ring. Sideline was 4 to 5 Pin Particles, Animal Man, Ares, and Mimic. I wonder if Guy Gardner had Animal Man then, because he's not equipped. Does that, or do you think Reverse Flash?
Yeah,
had
that
it?
It had to be Flash.
You think Flash had it?
I would think it'd be Flash too. Yeah.
Because I think that you'd put a ring on Guy Gardner that she might have forgot to put on too.
Okay. Yeah, because what is, you don't want a Hypersonic and Flurry, so you're probably it's probably on
In
Reverse
fact,
Flash.
I think these got changed, just like how that collector did. Because I don't remember this when going through these, that these being undercosted. Like they're missing some
So
things.
yeah, so what's interesting too is that when you were reading Sam's, I noticed that she had Avatar of Animal Man on the side, or Animal Man on the sideline, but no Avatar of Animal Man. So I'm
And I
thinking
believe
something's
that was
going on.
Yeah, what if
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
an
that had to
update?
be on.
An update on HC units, maybe change some of these builds, because yeah, it says 290 out of 300, so we can assume
Yeah,
it was
I
Animal
would think
Man
it would
on
be Reverse Flash for a close combat expert. Yeah,
or
that would make the most sense to me.
Invincible, or yeah,
Exploit.
Invincible, yeah,
plenty
or
of
really
options.
anything. It's
Yeah,
great.
no, good play, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like seeing all these juggernauts. It's nice to see him be a little bit more viable now. How about 15th place, Smiles?
And in 15th, we have Jalen. Did he bring his dad?
I didn't see him
I
on the
didn't
top
find
16.
I'm going down. Oh, wow. So dad got 44th. He went 1-4 with 580 points.
That's got to be a different J Major.
It has to be. That sounds like a J minor, if I'm being honest.
Oh man, leave Jay alone. He played the law firm.
I
It's
know.
okay, Jay. He just had a bad day in court. That's all.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, we had Jalen play Lobo Legion, went 3-3 with 1,240 points. 15th, he has Prime Lobo with Avatar of Animal Man, which is really weird that this now has only some teams. But Animal Man with the Flute, Space Batman, the 35-point Miles Spider-Man with Mjolnir, Redman's favorite Flash, Jay Garrick. He just loves that outfit.
Get out of here.
It's
Outfit's
a guilty
fine.
pleasure outfit.
Oh, I guess not. Oh, I'm sorry. The outfit's not fine. It's just very overshadowed by the terrible hat.
Yeah, but see, that's what makes it good for you. Yeah.
It's like a mock turtleneck.
Predagiton.
Ugh.
Yeah. Could you imagine like cutting the sleeves off that and you just wearing it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd
be amazing.
He's
You
wearing a
just run
bed.
around
It's a
with it.
bedpan on his head and a mock turtleneck. He can get out of here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a bedpan.
It's a bedpan with wings.
Must
Yeah.
have drank a Red Bull, or someone drank a Red Bull and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
took a dump in it.
Yeah, this is the alternate version of Redman if he drank Red Bull instead of Monster. That's what this is.
Well, thankfully, that'll never happen.
Well, it's alternate universe, so it already has happened. Dora Milaje with the Ring of TK, and assist from the sideline with Ares and 3 green torches. So he's doing the fun trick of green torch and bringing in 2 of them with Batman.
I think the Lobo teams to me right now are the most interesting to see, and see how people are building with them to what team abilities they can get on. So I think what's important to point out here with the team is that with his main force, Animal Man is giving him the Cosmic Energy and the JLA team abilities. Space Exploration Batman is getting the Batman Ally and Superman Ally. And then the Miles is giving it Spider-Man. And then we're getting JSA from Flash. Predagiton's giving out Hyper Time, and then Dora Milaje is giving out Stealth from the Wakanda team ability. So, and I guess somebody, if a Green Torch comes in, I guess they could team player Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat
Yeah,
too.
so so they could actually team player any team ability their opponents have too, because technically everyone can use them. So that way, if they KO them, they still are able to still use them.
Oh, good point.
As long as the duration doesn't end.
Yeah.
One of the cool interactions with the Flash, even though Redman loves the hat, is that with him handing out JSA, you can choose at that turn that the character can use super senses if you replace the defense with the flashes.
Yeah, which is
So
great.
he's now
synergy.
just handing out a bunch of super senses.
And like in some worlds,
Spider,
like,
and they already have
like if I have
Spider-Man.
someone with 19, why
Yep.
would I do that? Like, you know what? I'll replace a 19 with an 18 to give someone a rollout. You know?
And a good chance it's a 4 through 6 rollout because of the Spider-Man TA.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, what did you guys think about the Animal Man on the main force with the chameleon flute? I think we were
Actually,
talking,
like Animal Man on the main force. I think. Yeah, I do like him.
we were talking about the regen also being able to get more life tokens too, a little easier.
Yeah. Yeah, because he can't pick a power, but he can choose. He's used turn to any click. So.
Right, yeah. So he still gets anything he has, and he's got a ton of team abilities to benefit from. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the play with Lobo and the flute is very cool, honestly.
oh yeah, you
Because
almost
you've
have
completely
to.
changed his piece. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're playing Lobo, someone's getting the flute. All right, Pete,
Right.
what do we got for 14th place?
We have Aaron Lloyd, Warrior Legion. This might actually be the only theme team, I think, in the top 16. They went 3-3, 1,405 points, so scoring a ton of points. The new Chase Guy Gardner with the Star Sapphire ring, Zala Jor-El with the God Killer sword, Captain America, Peg Cap with the Destroyer armor, another Captain America, Peg Cap with nothing, Legacy Chair Panther with ring of TK, War Machine for 30 points with the +1 longsword, and then Copycat and the Phoenix Pog. Sideline was Fortify, Pim Particles, Ares, Beetlejuice, Mimic, and Reverse Flash. Very, very cool team. Very aggressive team. Zala's going across and hitting and bringing either Peg Caps or Guy Gardners, and then you're off to the races.
And I will say I was not very big on the War Machine for 30 points being able to prob across the map, but on a Warrior team where everyone's kind of up close and in your face, prob was a little harder to get. So I do like War Machine on a Warrior theme team specifically.
I do think
You're
it's
getting a
interesting
second
that you
prob
put
on
the... Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to have two probs of Copycat. I think it's interesting that the +1 longsword's on War Machine and not one of the Peg Caps, though, right?
Or Mjolnir or something, yeah. I wonder if that's just another misadd or delete. Because I feel like you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
to.
could
I can't imagine that that's not equipped, considering all the things you can equip them for free.
Yeah, he gets what
Very
plus
cool
one
team.
longsword. He gets the Mjolnir. Anything else? I thought there was one more thing. Maybe not. But yeah, leaving him naked.
No, I think
seems
that's
weird.
basically it. Yeah.
All right, then we have Denny Bobbledyke, who we went over his team. This was the Prime Rogue with Destroyer armor, the Silver Surfer. Again, super happy to see that Silver Surfer's getting some play with Avatar of Animal Man, John Constantine with the Ring of TK, Copycat, and the Phoenix Pog. Big thing here, the Silver Surfer Rogue Prime combo. You have Silver Surfer with his trait, which is, of course, if he can use it because he's not playing against the Beetlejuice. You have free, choose a character within range and line of fire. That character can't use Protected Outwit or Safeguard Outwit until your next turn. So he has Outwit, but what's really important is that now Rogue can maximize her ability to use her Outwit. And when Rogue uses it to target an adjacent character, she can use the chosen power until she chooses again, even if this power is lost. So opening that up for Rogue, I think is really cool. And the biggest complaint that we talked about with the heralds is that they just don't reduce penetrating damage. So being able to choose a rollout to give them a little bit more safety, or I like the invincible on them as well, is big. So I think for 100 points, being able to have a chance to not take full damage, I guess, because he's also playing Fortify, Resolve with a green. You're relatively safe to take a little damage and then save him, and then bring in he's got Morg or Terrax on the sideline also. So I like the play.
Just adding Invincible to Silver Surfer at 100 points feels reasonable, right?
Yeah. So
Right.
if there's
I mean,
if there's
now
a
you
really
can play this easily.
yeah if there's a bad turn, you have Invincible, and now you also have the Fortify and Resolve with a green. So odds are they're not going to be able to one shot this guy with Avatar of Animal Man on. So they've now used an entire turn to take him down, and you just bring in Morg or Terrax the next turn. So yeah, real cool. Who do we got next, Miles? Number 12.
And next we have Stephen Lefevre, which is the collector tentpole, which we went over. So yeah, this is definitely So he had the glider,
I think it was Crimson
universal
Gem.
weapon.
No, it was Crimson Gem, and I want to say the Cap Shield by
Cap shield.
Pog,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cap shield, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then Sister Cersei with the blue ring. Harley Quinn for Massive Time, Perdegaton, the Phoenix with Fortify Ares, Juice, Mimic, and Reverse Flash.
Sister Cersei's just
but
a
I mean,
really
yeah.
cool play.
Steven, contact us and we'll get you a sticker. Better than Aaron Morgan.
Yeah, I don't see Aaron Morgan taking Collector to 12th place.
No. Out of 63 people, not at all.
I really like that Sister Cersei with Collector combo. You're getting an extra prob, support, and then you just heal him. So he's just so hard to deal with anyway.
And the TK on
Unless
the
you're
top
playing
also.
against Juice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get the
Yep.
Empower from the blue ring with the +1. No, she doesn't have Empower. She's just giving Empower. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Very cool 35-point piece. They did a lot of really good legacy cards in Lantern Legacy. This one, and who's the other? Bleeze was really fun. There's another support piece like Sister Cersei, though. Who am I thinking of?
Oh, Adam, who you can't play?
No, it was a legacy card.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Miles, you know who I'm talking about?
Well,
Kyrie
Simon
Sill.
Baz. Yeah.
What?
Kyrie Sill.
No, I don't like her at all. The peanut base?
Oh, that's good.
She was terrible. It was. Oh, Green Lantern, the hooded chick with the white bathing suit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And there's also Al Jordan as well.
Yeah, I was
they had
talking
some
about
great
him, though.
support.
I was just talking about Sister Cersei and Green Lantern. They were some of the coolest legacy cards I think out of here. So I want to see Green Lantern get a little bit play too. But yeah, Sister Cersei did great. 12th place. Pete, how about 11th?
11th was Gabriel Esquivel. He played Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk Squad. 4-2, 1055. He had Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk, Avatar of Gaia, Abomination, Prime A Bomb, Avatar of Animal Man. That's a combo I think you're going to see a lot of. Legacy Chair Panther with Ring of TK, the Colossal Sinestro, Perdegaton, and the Phoenix Pog. His sideline was Animal Man, Beetlejuice, Gaia, Hal Jordan from Lantern Legacy 055, which is... Oh, Chase Jordan. Oh, yeah, that's a very cool play on Spirit of Vengeance. Thanos and Ultimate Hulk. So only 3 pilots, right?
Yeah.
And I guess technically Gaia.
Yes, you can Gaia him or use that as a because it's animal, right? Gaia. Yeah.
Yeah, so Gaia is, and she's actually a great calling her in from her last click. Because if you're not going the Beholder route, she can give you prob and precision. So.
Mm-hmm. And did you mention the Hal Jordan pilot play on everything he does? At first, I didn't think it was.
So the
that
Hal Jordan
much.
comes out. Right. No, we kind of talked about this a little bit, and it just got better and better. So he comes out as a 10, 12, 19, 4, right? And they can use Empower and Willpower. And then any friendly characters that can use Willpower attacks, their attack rolls of 10 to 12 are crit hits. So this guy's doing a ton coming out like that.
And then what about the first part of the trait too, right?
Oh yeah, so the crit hit thing. So when a friendly character finalizes attack rolls a crit hit, till your next turn you modify Hal Jordan's combat values +1. He can use Running Shot as free. So you potentially bring him out. Somebody does hit the 10 through 12, and all of a sudden he's then getting an extra attack.
Yeah, so you can have him up to being a 22 defense, 15 attacks, 7 damage.
That's
So
bonkers.
he doesn't look like much when you bring him out, but he really buffs up your team really quick. And what Miles mentioned too, that if you do crit miss, you're only giving up 65 points instead of 300.
Yeah, that's very important. Is that because there's some really great pilots like Thanos. You know, Thanos' stats are great, but you roll a crit miss, you're giving up 300 points, and like giving up points is rough either way when you do that. But I mean, you're not going to instantly lose the game
Right.
by rolling a crit miss with this guy.
Right.
This is probably the first pilot you bring out, right? Or are you still doing Thanos?
I think Thanos just because he's such a threat and hard to hit. But I think Hal
Yeah.
Jordan's probably your next one because you're going to want him out when Ultimate Hulk comes out for the Empower and crit hits with his flurries and all that. Right? I would think so.
Yeah, there's a chance he can bump up because Abomination has a chance to roll 2 crits with his flurry. Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunity to get those +3 stats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say
this is a very
depending
cool
on the
version
matchup.
of the Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk teams.
Now it's at
Yeah,
80
I like
points.
this a lot.
Do you think that this is just going to be a staple now that we're going to be seeing all over the place? It's just Abomination is an easy replacement for Colossus. So that's like 200 points right there of your build.
I think so, or
I think-
Juggernaut,
Mhm.
depending on if you're going to be playing another Prime. But if you're not playing Rogue, I think you're going to have Abomination as your Prime if you're going to try and go that strategy.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a pretty common team that you're going to probably see at events. We already know that the Prime Beat Stick and Spirit of Vengeance is solid. All right, let's go to number 10, which was Ken Small, who got Matter Eater Lad on a team here. So it's the Prime Rogue with Avatar of Animal Man, Jubilee with the Trick Arrows, which I don't know how Jubilee didn't see more play, but her with the Trick Arrows is awesome. Getting able to, 4 damage Pulse Wave, say no stop clicks with knockback.
It's the 10 attack.
Yeah,
scares people.
so there's some buff up there, right? The Ring of TK.
Yeah, but it's 10 attack pulse wave with with a probability control. So that 10's not as bad as it feels like.
And then the Mile Spider-Man from the 400 set with Mjolnir, the Chair Panther with Ring of TK, Matter Eater Lad, and Predagaton and Copycat, Fortify, Absiska, Animal Man, and Ares on the sideline. So Matter Eater Lad, if you don't know, just gets to run up to you and eat some equipment. He has been a... I guess he only saw one month, didn't he? Or did he see another one and just got smoked off the map?
I think it was, he got smoked off the map the second time.
But he was in...
'Cause I know it was at least one where he was in pain.
Yeah, he came in as either the politician or spy for a multi-keyword game, and he ate, I think, a longsword, and he ate vibranium. He was a menace for 30 points. So being able to just go up to a piece and eat it and score the points is awesome.
I want to say Dan missed him. That's why he got 2 things off of him.
Yeah,
And then the next time he showed up, somebody was like, that piece is not coming over here.
not again.
So poor Matter Eater Lad was not long for this world.
I'd love for Ken to message us and let us know how many objects Matter Eater Lad ate. And that Legion of Superheroes is a weird team ability that we don't see very often, but that is team player. So I mean, he can be 4 through 6 super senses.
Oh yeah, very true. I don't know why I always forget what that is. Have they reprinted it, or is it just on legacy cards?
It's just on legacy cards. I don't think we have a single. I'm gonna have to double check that, but yeah, I don't think we have a single piece that isn't a legacy card with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Currently.
that's true. What do you guys think about Avatar of Animal Man on Rogue instead of Destroyer? What's the most
I like
commonly picked
Destroyer
thing?
better.
Just a rollout? Or maybe, probably Impervious, right? So now it's reduces penetrating damage. Impervious, it reduces pen?
Yeah.
Is that
I mean,
better
if
than
you
a
really
Yeah,
rollout?
but
want
sure,
to
he
look
reduces
to
damage
roll out.
because- I guess you can give her rollouts. You can give her exploit. You can give her close combat expert. I
I
think
keep
this is where it
forgetting
becomes playstyle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I keep forgetting that special damage power isn't also close combat expert. So yeah, close combat expert makes a ton of sense with the make a free attack after.
so they've printed 2 figures in modern that have it because JLU was the last set before Superman Wonder Woman with it, and since then we have the Supergirl from the Super Pets and the Superboy Uncommon from Master of Time. Everything else is legacy cards for silver.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the rollout though, the Spider-Man's on here, so she could team player Spider-Man, and he could go 4 through 6 senses also. So there is some cool things that you would not get with the Destroyer armor, but I still like her with the I think the 3 through 6 willpower and Giant Reach too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is that she's not getting actioned out then likely.
Yeah. All right, Miles, number 9. Oh,
And in ninth place, we've talked about it. Rob Olger, who lost to eighth place. Logan Prignano of the Flying Prignanos, who we also went over his team with the Abomination Army. He went 4-3 with 1,500. So Logan went 4-3 with 1,550 points, and Rob had 5-1 with 1,065 points. So Logan's just playing the game. He's just like, yeah, let's roll dice.
that is more points.
Yeah. Logan's team was the Abomination, Juggernaut, Ace, Protect Him with Indigo Tribe Ring, the Legacy Panther with Ring of TK, and Copycat with Fortify. Abomination, I think, is a perfect example of the law firm of Marco and Marco's probably their most important client, I think. Like a celebrity client, I would think, with them. So they work very well together.
Now it looks like this got a little deleted on here too, so we're gonna assume Animal Man was on Abomination and Crimson Gem was on Juggernaut because he's at 290 out of 300 points. So I think this got a little corrupted too.
Yeah.
All right, Pete. What about number 7?
Mr. Daniel Powell, he played Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk Squad. He went 5-2 with 1875. He had a Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk.
And this one had Animal Man, I remember.
Yeah, I think with Animal, yeah, I think you're right. Legacy Panther, the Green Man. With the Green Lantern ring. Chase Loki with the Destroyer armor. Scarlet Witch from the Kooky Quartet with the Ring of TK. Per Degaton, the Phoenix. 2 bats, which is interesting. And then on his sideline, he had Diabolic Bargain, Occult Retribution, Soul Siphon, Animal Man, Beetlejuice, Gaia, Hulk, Thanos, and Ultimate Hulk. So the bats have a trait. Opposing characters can't draw lines of fire to friendly characters adjacent to 2 or more friendly characters named bat. So
And he's making
a ton of protection.
Green Man. Yeah, so he can get all the bats can be adjacent, so they're adjacent to 2. So he can just protect his team from like the Green Torch and stuff like that. And another perfect use of Gaia as a pilot.
And I think one of the bigger things also is that the people that are playing the Green Torch team with the Giant Reach 3, you still have to draw a line of fire, so that will affect you trying to draw a line of fire to a piece that's not adjacent. And then Destroyer Armor Rogues. So I think that body blocking and stopping the adjacency with the bats is actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he does have the Snake Pit and the terrain markers. How is he damaging Spirit of Vengeance? So Snake Pit, Soul Siphon, right? And then what's the other big one? Possibly Occult Retribution. Diabolical Bargain. Okay.
Yeah, Occult Retribution.
So yeah, he can get him down pretty quick to trigger that first pilot also still. Yeah, those one-shots really enable Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, you can just do the free region on Loki because he's not going to be on click 1 majority of the time. So, yeah.
All right, then we have Alec Muser, who played the only Infinite team. So Infinite at 150 with the Avatar of Animal Man, Prime Sinestro at 50 points with the Sinestro Core Ring, Mogo, Perdegaton, and Black Symbiote. And then sideline was Assist from Another World, Fortify, Animal Man, Ares, Beetlejuice, and then another Infinite. So big trick here is the 150 point Infinite gets to blow everything up, and then you use the Assist from the Another World to bring in another Infinite, and he instantly blows up everything as well. Does that sum it up pretty much, Miles?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a perfect counter to the SOV and the pilots because it's that domino effect where when you hit him in a pilot, you're going to be doing 2 damage because of the unavoidable, and then he's going to bring out 2 more pilots, So then the second one goes off, and then you're able to do 2 more unavoidable, and then he's dead, so he doesn't generate the 4th pilot.
And I was able to talk to Alec too, and he pulled that off once, and yeah, just pretty much nuked an SOV team.
That's
And then
Yeah,
Avatar of Animal
that'll
Man
do
giving him blades with a giant reach of 6 is pretty nasty.
it's disgusting. Yeah.
So I don't know if he got that off at all, but I would assume it's not too hard to get that off with a giant reach of 6.
No, but how many Chair Panthers did he play against? Because if I'm playing against this and I have Chair Panther, I'm like, yeah, no. Round 1, he went up against Chair Panther, so I'm guessing he didn't pull it off there originally. He played against Lou in round 2, and Lou beat him 300 to 215.
No Chair Panther.
Lou
though.
did not have him. No Chair Panther. And
Jalen, no Chair Panther. Jacob Bishop did have a Chair Panther in round 4.
that's who he did it to. That's who he did it to.
Is it?
Has to be.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll talk with Austin and Jacob, and I'll ask him and confirm it, and then I'll give him a bunch of crap for it. Yeah.
Then Emma did not have a Chair Panther. What was it? Where was I? Jalen Major. Oh, they already played earlier, so no Chair
they
Panther
played
there.
twice.
And then Nate White.
So Jalen's 3-3 is actually like he was just 0-2 against Alec. So
just that infinite mob team.
he
Yeah.
probably didn't have fun going against this team.
Probably not. Yeah, just dealing. The
No,
damage
this is
straight up.
I think this is another figure that I'm not gonna say Juice is bad and if not's fine. This is another figure that I think really needs to be looked at. I think that the assist from another world is one of the major problems.
Very
But the
enabling.
giant reach 6 with Ares is just disgusting.
I completely agree, Miles. We can't completely smash on Juice constantly and not point out other things. Like Assist from Another World with Infinite and Ares bombing with Infinite is bonkers.
Yeah.
Like that should not be. So it goes back to the same stuff we kind of always point out, right? Like, how is Ares
The
a
green
thing? Why
torches.
does he work like that? Right.
Yeah, I think the green
Yeah.
torches are part of that same problem.
Yeah.
If you want Assist from Another World, it has to be a unique collector number,
That would fix it.
right?
A lot of interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's still cool. Like, it's still doing what it's supposed to do. Here's another Spider-Man. Here's something else, right? So, yeah, I think that needs to be looked at pretty hard.
Agreed.
Well, because I was actually looking at potentially playing Prime Swamp Thing at full just to play assist to bring in the non-Prime for a turn.
I think. Oh, I accidentally scrolled all the way to the bottom. I see Kenny. Oh no, Kenny got 5th place. Oh wow. Not used to seeing him way up here. Miles, do you want to read about Kenny's team?
Yeah, it's pretty cool that Kenny does real good when we don't make events. It's pretty cool. He had reverse flash roster. Went 6-1 with 1860. Can't wait to talk about his last game. But he had Chase Captain America with Mjolnir, Legacy Ace with the Destroyer, Frazier Crane with the Trick Arrows, the only Frazier, so I'll give him credit where that is. Zala Jor-El with God Killer Sword, Reverse Flash with Animal Man, and the Phoenix Pog, as well as 4 to 5 Pin Particles, Animal Man, Ares, Juice, and Poseidon on the sideline. It's a very good team. I think the way that it ended is exactly how this team usually is going to happen when you go up against, good players, and that's Mercy ruled. So I just want to give a shout out to Azareth for just, letting Kenny know that he's not elite. He's sort of like how the Patriots are in football right now, where it's just a weak schedule makes their record look really good.
The fact that he was the only person to Freya is wild. That piece is so good.
Yeah.
In a 63-person event, he is the only person to play her.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have any other Asgardians. Like that's just how good she is.
Yeah, you don't even need to take advantage of that. She just shuts out prob for everybody else and gets the free trick arrows. Is that what he put on her? Yeah. And
Yep.
then she's just buffing
Well,
your
and
team,
those-
making the blocking
Yeah, those
terrain.
markers.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, those markers are nuts. So the Poseidon is on the sideline for the Avatar of Animal Man on Reverse Flash. Because I don't see it done a bunch of other Quake.
So Mjolnir, I think, Mjolnir, he could do
America.
it with Mjolnir.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And
That's a cool combo too, actually.
Oh, Motendo's got a huge dam. It's got a bunch of water. That's actually a cool new map to try to pull that off.
Yeah. So you just put it on that side, in there, and you're like, okay, yeah, come in here, and now you're just gonna, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool play, actually.
Quake
I missed that when I was looking at it before.
I'm betting also too that he made those Freyja markers before the arena markers and had to destroy them.
And then blew him up.
Yeah, he did it. I know he did it at least once.
All right, Pete, this is, after talking to Az, this is actually the team that I thought was the team to beat that was going to win the event. Why don't you let us know what it was?
Sure, Azra's Strafe, Rogue roster, 6-2, 1905, as scoring big points. Prime Rogue with the Destroyer armor, Batman, Spacesuit Batman with the Avatar of Animal Man, Legacy Black Panther with the Ring of TK, Vigilante with Trick Arrows, that's a sneaky good play. Sinestro, the big Colossal, and Perdegaton. Sideline was Fortify, Resolve of the Green, Web Singing Animal Man, and Green Torch and Green Torch. Maybe there's a new law firm in town, boys. The Torches.
Yep. The green and the human. That's the real law firm.
So similar
So
to...
dual torch call-in.
Yeah, so it's similar to the Infinite. Pete, why don't you tell us how that works?
Well, you use your little pal Batman to bring in one full point green torch, then you flip that little card over and you bring in a second green torch, and now you're off to the torch races, doing torchy
And he
things.
doesn't have that. That's what really threw me off, is because, when I was looking at this team and watching him play it and everything, it was originally had the assist, but there is no assist. And
So he's just got to make sure he can get torch out, or unless, because if a Chair Panther, I guess you could take away both torches. And then Batman's still doing a ton of things with the Avatar of Animal Man.
yeah, so he's not completely useless, but yeah, I think what happened was that it was originally Spider-Man, and I want to say there was no web swinging, so then I gave him the 10 points for it, and then he removed Spider-Man and that for Vigilante and web swinging, or Resolve or something, I think is what happened.
Vigilante's another piece that for 30 points, everything that he does, and we'll go in the
Really
meta soon.
underrated piece.
Yeah, he's probably the only person that played
Yeah.
him. I don't think we saw him anywhere else.
Yeah. Flight Passenger 2, Toughness. I mean, that's a great 30 points getting people around. You can put it on the Trick Arrows for free. If he hits with the range attack, you're removing action tokens. He's got knockback. He's got Pensai. This is a good little 30-point attacker.
Yeah. All right, then we have Nate White coming in third place, which we did go over Nate White's team. So again, Abomination with the Avatar of Animal Man, Spot with the God Killer Sword, Manifold with Ring of TK, Black Panther with the +1 Longsword, Perdegaton with the Sinestro Core Ring, and 2 Copycats. Practice Teamwork, Fortify, Web Swinging, Animal Man, Ares, and Mimic on the sideline. Now, what we did not talk about, what do you guys think about the God Killer Sword on the Spots now that equipment options have changed after rotation?
Normally, I don't like it, but with him having Manifold, I think it's a great call.
Yeah, less to worry about.
Why, Miles?
Tell us,
So
Miles.
Manifold's
Would
going
it-
to carry him. You're going to take practice teamwork for Spot to be able to hit. Or does he also has his free flurry? Because you can also take the free if you're not playing against Juice, obviously, with move the marker. And then since he's within 3, then you can place him after the errata adjacent to him, and then you're able to TK up Abomination to then go and smash and bash him with a flurry, or if you want, you can choose a hypersonic speed with him, with Animal Man. So you get tons of options for a nasty alpha. Yeah.
Lots of attacks, yeah. I wonder if he was ever going to empower with Abomination going in first, maybe, with Copycats, and then pop up that speed too? Maybe?
Yeah, Yeah, that could. Yeah.
If you get 3 empowers on Spot and Abomination, that's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Abomination just hitting 13 for 7.
And then
Yeah.
what about second place here, Miles?
Yeah, and in second place, we have the war criminal Scott Johnson, which we've already went over his team. He actually did have the most points in the tournament. Um, so I still think that he's a chain smoking children's clown.
A chain
Nice
smoking
day.
children's
It's a nice.
club?
Yeah.
It's really good visualization, honestly.
Yeah.
nice day though, Scott. Congrats, man.
You know, like,
Probably
if you look at him,
shouldn't
he
have
has
played
green hair,
Beetlejuice, though.
so he just didn't
Yeah.
have his face paint on. But just imagine him like, like the oversized clown outfits, sitting in a chair in the shade 'cause it's a super sunny day during the summer, and there's like kids hitting a pinata, and he's just miserable looking, just chain smoking the roll your own cigarettes, and you got the kids. I am on my break, Ugh.
Clown shoes or no clown
Go
shoes?
make your
Yeah.
own balloon animals.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but let us know, Scott, why you chose to not have fun this day and ruin the fun of many other people, since you actually did do pretty well. So maybe that was fun, but let us know why you decided to ruin the fun of how many other people did he play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds. So let us know why you thought it was fine to ruin the fun time for 9 people on the weekend. All right, Pete, let's bring it home.
All right, first place, Brody Bobbledyke. I realize
Like
I've been
Broby
saying their
Bob-
name wrong the whole time.
Roby
Like so
Bobbledick,
bad.
I like Roby.
Yeah, no, I keep
Yeah.
saying it wrong, and I apologize, guys. Captain America crew. We've gone over the team, but it's worth going over again because he won the day. Brody was 8-1 with 14-10. He had Arena Cap with Mjolnir. He had the Spot. He had Reverse Flash with the Destroyer Armor. He had Spider-Man, the Miles from the 400 set. He had Sinestro, Colossal. He had Perdegaton, Copycat, the Phoenix, Lucas, PJ, and Scott, Fortify, Animal Man, Ares, Beetlejuice, Mimic, and Poseidon on the sideline. Poseidon's in a little
I
bit of uptick, huh?
Animal Man is on, I want to say Spot. If I
Yes,
remember
that's
correctly
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Quake
Good job,
from
Brody.
Captain America is the big one, and then what's the water is from this? How would you say that? Ismalt
Yeah.
You small.
from
Yeah.
Lantern
Yeah.
Legacy. Yeah, congrats, Brody, for taking the day, winning 63 player Red, White, and Clix event. Nice job.
Yeah, it looks like I saw a ton of pictures from the weekend. Unfortunately, unable to make it due to things going on around here. Congratulations to Wes on putting together another great event. And it looked like, unless you were playing Beetlejuice, you're probably having a great time.
Or yeah, playing against him. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I would like to think if they play him, they're not having a good time too. Like
I
just
would hope
miserable.
not. Yeah, I hope they're just as
Yeah.
miserable as their opponent. But maybe next year we'll be there. What about the meta for this one?
What one would you want to go through? Main force?
Yeah, so what do we got looking on the main force as far as popularity?
Main force number 1 was popularity. All right, hold on. Oh, that's the wrong button. First day using units. Perdegaton, Copycat, the Phoenix, Chair Panther, Prime Rogues. There's your first attacker. Juggernaut coming up in the 6th spot with 10 teams. Colossal Sinestro at 7, Zaladorel at 8, Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk at 9, and then Miles from the 400 set at 10.
So I think the biggest thing is we're seeing the top 4 are really just support pieces. We're not seeing a main attacker until the 5th, which I am a little surprised that we only saw Prime Rogue on 11 teams. I expected her to be on probably like 25 teams at the very least.
Well, there was
Maybe
like
hard-
Safari
hard to
Zone
get.
didn't
Yeah.
get to be able to send out their product, so that does make sense.
You think a couple people would have played her if she was more widely available? It's been out for what, 2.5 weeks at least, plus pre-releases?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But she was going for up to $200.
Where is A-Bomb? He's all the way at 17. Wow.
Well, Juggernaut at 10, I think that also surprised me. I didn't think as many people would play him, but glad to see him. He made 10 teams. Colossal Sinestro. How far did you go, Pete?
I went down to 17 because I was looking for Prime A-Bomb. So he was only on 5 teams, but he had a 62% win percentage.
How many were on
So very successful day.
So top 16. Only 3 teams. Top 8 was 2. So I think that this event already is going to show that Abomination, though, still starts seeing more play. Rogue was a 59.6 win percentage. Do you think Juggernaut at a 40.8 is good enough to see him see more play, or people move on from him?
I think people are going to move on from him a little bit because of that. But he's playable. You just have to build more around him. I think he pairs really well with the secondary attacker of that legacy Juggernaut, which is why I always make the joke about the law firm, but also, too, with A-Bomb. I think there's a lot of utility with putting those two pieces together, especially in the smash and bash meta.
Looks like we had 2 that made top 16, and that's as far as they got. Only 1 team played Collector, or only 1 team made to... Some of this stuff is just wild, though. You went. Did you say all the way to 17, Pete?
No, I can. We stopped at 10, and then so 11 was Reverse Flash. Chase Loki was 12, John Constantine 13, Caveman Wally West at 14, only on 6 teams, and only a 28% win percentage, which is surprising. Scarlet Witch from Collector's Trove, the Chase at 15, and then Scarlet Witch for the Cookie Quartet at 16, and then A-Bomb at 17, rounding out the top 20 spot at 18. Red Lantern Recruit at 19 on 4 teams, and then number 20, Prime Sinestro.
What are some of your guys' biggest surprises here?
Wally West completely missing cut
Yeah.
while being played on 6 teams. Really surprised me. He only had 6 wins.
Is that the God Killer taking effect?
Oh, not needing him as much, you think? I could see that, actually. That would make sense.
Right.
We're just seeing a couple of staples, like,
or versus him even.
Severely. Yeah, I guess that'll hurt him too a little bit. But the main reason that you're playing him is he's a fine attacker. You get the Ares bomb off, but the big thing is really to take away super senses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of throw him up there as your first attacker. But we see a lot of staples took a dive in how much they're seeing play. Like, I guess that's kind of is a good sign for a little bit more diversity. But Reverse Flash only being on 7 teams, Caveman Wally West on 6. What was the other big one? Captain America only on 4 teams. Like, he always does good. 78.6% win rate here on Captain America.
Yeah, some of these is just weird.
I did like to see Chase Guy Gardner. He was only on 2 teams, but he was in the pretty well represented. I mean, the teams are winning teams, so making cut.
Mm-hmm. A lot of talk about Leech, and Leech only made it on 2 teams.
I'm surprised the Collector fell off that hard.
Yeah, he was still doing really well before. What was the amount of teams he saw?
2.
2, that's it. And as I've said before, I am super big on Prime Cable. 63-person event, only 2 people played Prime Cable. That seems ridiculous to me. Again, maybe more of it is a being able to get your hands on them.
Could be regional too, because I know that this is a 63-person event, but when you look at the majority of people there, it is a lot of that region, because where you guys are at is like the hub and the biggest region, which is like a 5 to 6 states.
Yeah,
and it's usually always pretty similar with the meta. So,
not
I'd like to see Val Cooper on a couple teams. That's cool.
She made 2. And then
Space Dolphin? 1 team for Space Dolphin?
I wonder if they actually knew what the errata was though before they played Space Dolphin. And
That's
how much
very
it
true.
changes it. Arkilla made a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about number 75, Miles? It's the worst piece.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's also one Primus represented. Nicely done.
Nort got his win.
Nord did?
Yeah.
Oh, he did, yeah. 25%. All
Yeah.
right.
That's right. Yeah.
Sideline is, you're looking at what? First place was Ares, then Animal Man, then Fortify, Beetlejuice in fourth, Mimic in fifth, Absciska. I need to find out how to say this name. Abscissa?
Abscissa.
Abscissa.
Abs. So abs, like your stomach, and then sissa.
Like scissors.
Like sister, but you don't know how to pronounce it correctly.
Sure.
Sissa.
Abscissa.
Abscissa.
All right, I got it now. Abscissa.
Animal Man on 40 teams with a 65% win percentage.
It's fine. He's fine.
Good for you, Pat Frazier. That's an awesome piece.
But still,
it is. No, I think that there's people like, oh, Animal Man's a problem. He's not a problem. Yes, he enables some things, but he's not something that's going to just completely ruin the game, like what Ares can do, what Juice can do, what the Assist from Another World can do. It's a totally different apples and oranges conversation. Animal Man's going to be played a lot because he's a very efficient, and without a motorcycle or health cycle, he's a pickup power, so you're going to be able to get played on him. I think that he's totally fine.
And unless you're playing Animal Man on the main forest, you are paying that 10 points for him all the time. It's not even a free equip or anything on anybody.
Yeah.
But still, broken ass Ares above Animal Man even by 6 teams.
Yeah.
And so this surprised me though. So first place we just said 40 teams for Avatar of Animal Man, but Destroyer armor only on 28 teams. Less than half the teams had Destroyer armor.
That's nuts. Because we were basically talking about you're just picking which pieces to put 15 points on and 10 points on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think that's the most
That's
surprising
really
thing
interesting.
For all the equipment.
Is that recency bias or?
I don't know. I don't see how this is all of a sudden not on more people's radars. But yeah, half.
The
less
other
than
thing
half.
too with equipment is there's so much of it now that you get for free. Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes just with the points, and I've always joked about like above 10 points for equipment. I don't think it exists. But like at some point you're just running out of points because you're like, oh, I got to have this one shot. I got to have these 2 1-shots. I got to have this. Like, so finding 15 points on a build or 25 points total for Animal Man and Destroyer Armor can be difficult on some builds.
Yeah, the points fill up fast. All right. Anything else you guys want to point out about the meta?
I think if you go to top 16 for the win rate for the main force, I think this is where it's really interesting. I don't know why it says. I don't know. No, it's all players, right? This is the entire problem that I have like with Juice is that this is the second event where realistically 3 people, because I think only one person played him at Worlds, but we had Nationals and this event where 3 players played Juice, and they were easily like the number 1 win rate figure outside of like a figure like Freya or like something Joe played that only one person played. I think it just shows exactly why like this guy's a problem, because you build around him and it just you create not only just a poor game experience for players, and then I'm trying to wrap my mind around why people even think that this piece is okay. This piece is just toxic as shit, be it sideline or main force.
I totally agree. And yeah, seeing three teams and having that win percentage and being the second best piece, but only because Kenny took Freya to an 85.7 win percentage. Otherwise, without Kenny playing that Freya, then Beetlejuice would have been number 1 in the top win percentage on 3 teams.
Yeah, and you had Captain America on 4 teams with and it's weird because it says 3 teams with 5 wins, but it had more than 5 wins. It had 5, 7, 14.
Yeah,
it was 14 and 5.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why
that was 83% win percentage, and that was with one of the players. They didn't do particularly well, right?
No, that was one of the players going 2 and 3.
That's incredible.
But then you had Scott went 7-2 and Rob went 5-1. So the top two juice players together.
And it's different from nationals too, because nationals had the pretty much the mirror teams. Two of the teams were identical, whereas the two teams in here that did good were just completely different night and day. And it just showed you how destructive this piece can be.
12-3 win record though, or record between the two top juice teams.
Yeah, and 14 and 5 total, or 14 and 6 total, which is just insane.
But okay, congrats to Brody and Wes, and it seemed like a really successful event again. So hopefully next year we'll be able to make it down there on a different weekend. This weekend, though, is our Degeneration Clix monthly championship game for November. November is Warrior, and the special rules are each character must be equipped, and you get up to 10-point discount on their equipment. I'm going back-to-back as champion, so I actually get to select two pieces, and I selected both Sicarian Iron Man and Sky Tyrant as the pieces that I can play and no one else can play. Harris came in second place last month, so he selected the Spin Ring as his element that no one can play, that placed lower than him. And I think that is a pretty cool play for Warrior, because the only pieces that have TK and Warrior are the JLU Samurai and the Black Panther Achille now finally. Before, though, it was just JLU Samurai. Otherwise, you have to make the choice to play, what is it, Universal Weapon, Exospecs. There's a gem. What do we say the gem was? Space Gem, maybe? No. Yes?
Yeah, Space Gem. Shuri also has TK.
Oh, it was a Warrior too? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So Black Panther added a couple pieces, but before this, TK was really hard, so taking TK away from a lot of the Warriors was a big deal, or making them use equipment to get it. So good play on that, Harris. But we'll be streaming that game all day on Saturday on our YouTube, so check that out. All right, it's that time again. You got questions, we got answers.
Your ass better call somebody!
First, we have Joe Ruffing. How cool is 4 different primes in top 4? So what do we have? We had Brody playing Reverse Flash. We had Scott playing Spider-Ham. Nate played the Abomination, and then Az with Rogue. So I think that's great to see right after rotation. People are playing different things. I think that's really just showing that there's a lot of options. That's not very common. We saw how far Reverse Flash even dipped to make room for some of these other primes. So I like it. I think there's even room for more.
Yeah. Absolutely think there's room for more.
What's the other prime that you feel like should have busted into the top 4?
I think Sinestro has a real shot in it. Abomination. Did he hit top 4?
Yeah, Nate made.
Abomination did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Nate did. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be what's it? The Smash and Destroy one. Oh, I'm drawing a blank.
The prime?
Yeah, which one? I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah. I can't think, obviously, but yeah, that's Sinestro is the one prime that I wouldn't be surprised to see to see more play. Getting there.
And you're not even talking about Prime Cable yet, right? You're not talking about Emma Frost potentially. Yeah,
right. There's plenty of
primes
ones.
are in a great spot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more teams.
And we still didn't talk
CCOs.
about Black Panther. It's not like he got worse.
Yeah.
So,
Miles, are you talking about Destroyer Prime?
No. I was a different set. I was thinking about it completely different.
Oh, okay.
I was drawing a blank on
My
it.
big choice is Cable Prime, obviously. So plenty of primes. Primes are in a great spot. Looking forward to seeing what
Swamp
else.
Thing too, I think.
Oh yeah.
See more play.
So,
we're just skipping primes that are great.
Yeah,
Arkillo.
that's
or not Arkillo. Kilowog's great. Like
there's literally I think 10 primes that you win an event with, and people wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so it's a great thing to see because really you're building around your prime. Primes are so good now. So I look forward to covering these CCOs and seeing what people come up with. Number 2, has the doom and gloom around Rogue Prime being unstoppable lessened, or are we just chalking up this to being soon enough after release that no one's practiced with her enough? So I am on the side that she is a fine Prime. I think in some ways she is a little better than Colossus, but it is much easier to take her down than Colossus. So I feel that that kind of levels the playing field a little bit. Miles, have you changed your thoughts on Rogue at all?
No, it's not just on Rogue. It's just the over efficiency and like with the improved movement, destroy blocking that just the entire design has been. It's not her as a whole. It's just and also with the choose. But no, I still stand that the improvement with destroy blocking is just ridiculous with the full map reach and the alpha potential of her in most things in modern.
Just too
currently.
much.
Yeah.
You don't feel like she's like super hard to take down though, right? You feel like if that initial like alpha attack doesn't go their way, she can easily get taken out.
No,
probably,
yeah.
right?
It's been the entire problem, like I said, is just the over efficiency of alpha, where I feel like personally that they've removed strategy from the game by making it so easy, no matter what map you are on, to get full map.
Right.
Like you don't have to try.
Okay. Pete, besides agreeing about choose needing a term in the a defined term in the comp, where you currently stand on Rogue?
Well, I'm choosing to be a little less vitriol with Rogue, but nobody can tell me in HeroClix language what I'm actually doing because choose is not a game term. So you could take that for what you want. I'm not answering the question anymore. I choose not to. Take that, Prime Rogue. No, I think she's fine. I think she's. I played against her,
That's
so
what I was gonna
having
ask.
seen her in action, yeah, I played against her. Having seen her in action, she's formidable for sure, but she didn't feel as bad to attack or deal with as Colossus did. And I don't know if that was just Colossus or Colossus in the armor, like just at that time. So, she's not great with the armor, but she's just a hyper efficient attacker. Miles is absolutely right. I mean, essentially, you're going to get constant, you know, she's attacking every turn. So that's I don't think she's broken. I just think she's really really good. Thankfully, she's not 80 points. She's 100.
Yes. That's why I like her with the destroyer armor, though, just to keep going like that. All right, we have Drew Warren. Should time be a known factor for all players to allow for easier tracking of player turn times and assistance with judge calls for stalling? So that definitely is not the fix. I think that actually enables people to kind of plan out their turns a little bit better and just eat up the clock more, right? And so that becomes a bigger issue if both players can see the clock. Pete, what do you think on that?
I don't like people being able to see the clock. I would like to see better sportsmanship. I don't have a problem with everybody plays differently. I've played deliberate players that don't do anything. They sit and stare at the board for 5 or 10 minutes and they don't want to take stuff back. And then I've had people that want to take everything back. And I try to be cool about it either way what you're playing, but I personally play fast. If you've ever played me in a game, we probably have gotten almost pretty close to double digit turns most of the time. If you're playing at my speed. So I just think that you need to just not, if you can help it, let me be clear on this because I'm really wandering in a circle with this statement. If you are doing something on your turn and it is taking time, but you are still making decisions, I'm okay with that. It's when you are sitting there counting the same 7 squares, or you start something and then take it back and start something and take it back and start something and take it back, then that feels like stalling to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Okay.
gotcha. I think one of the biggest things that not knowing the time has going for it is that it's supposed to be 45 to 55 minutes. And so, there's that 10-minute difference that you could be ending, or, you could get 2 or 3 more turns in, depending if people are actually just clearing towards the end of the game, or if there's less pieces, you can get more in. So, yeah, being able to see the clock, I think, is not the good decision. Number 2, should there be a formalized warning or penalty system for people who have to be constantly asked to speed up their play to ensure both players get similar time to play? So there kind of is. All a player really has to do is just say judge, and if it keeps happening enough in one event to a player, they're gonna get disqualified. So the problem is most people just don't want to be that asshole that calls the judge about that, me included. And if no one calls the judge, though, then there's no consequences. So even in the final matches during active judging, if a player doesn't say anything, a judge isn't just going to step in. So it's just something that people have to start doing. Personally, I have a list in my head of players that I know if I'm playing against them that you start to have to ask, are you done, or is that it? Or say we got to get moving earlier in the game as they just aren't really progressing it. And I think that's really the key, right? Is you have to be progressing the game. If it's kind of like you're running circles around the same decisions and not coming to anything, then it's kind of it's just, that's when you're starting to eat that clock up, right?
I agree with that. I mean, the people that are kind of notorious for being very deliberate in what they do. So I just play at the same speed, and if somebody does that, you just have to. It does suck to have to call a judge for something like that because you feel like what feel like you're doing is you're accusing somebody of something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the better way of viewing it is you're really just trying to make sure that the game is progressing. Like, because we both are playing under the same time limit, and the problem is if you're the second player, not the first player, you're already at a disadvantage with that because you're likely not going to get as many turns as the first player. So it just don't try to be conscientious of the other person that you're playing, their experience, and just be willing to be efficient and think about things on your turn. I mean, most of the time, by the time I go, I know what I'm going to do on my turn.
Yeah, use
By
your opponent's turn to
the
start
other
planning your
person's.
own, right?
Right. Yeah, unless something really surprising happens, and then you're like, "Oh crap, I didn't see that coming," right? But the old running shot, pulse wave, knockback, critical hit, and you're like, "Well, that was great." That's different. But you can have a minute or two for that. But be thinking about like, all right, they're going there, so this is the person I need to get to. How do I get to them? Like, these are things that if you play this game, you should be able to do it on your turn and not wake up on their turn and when they hand it to you and be like, all right, well, time to figure out my whole turn now.
Yeah, like I've played against people and it's like they're looking at the game for the first time when you say, all right,
Yes.
Miles, what's your answer for that one?
I agree completely with you guys. There is a list of players. I don't know if naming them right off the bat is just very easy because some of them it's been a while, so I can't say that if they changed or not. But the best thing you can do is you have to make it known and don't be scared to be that guy. Like they need to be held accountable during those games. You can't talk about it after the game because nothing can change with that. If you're more proactive about it, then I think it can help mitigate the slowness.
Right. And I saw a lot of questions and comments about this, so it's obviously something that's still very prevalent. So if people really want to see this change, start making it an issue, call the judge, let it be known.
Yeah, chess clock doesn't work. So
No.
it doesn't.
What about, do you think that the time should just be known to all players during the whole game?
No. So I did an event in Vegas where I didn't realize that their rounds were only 40 minutes because of the time allotted for the day, and they would give us a 20-minute notice, and my opponents would just start slow playing if they were ahead, if it was that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that mid game thing came, because there's a lot of older players that have come back and they have like asked for that, or if they're doing the clock, they've said that. Was that like an old HeroClix thing or just another game thing where they call mid time?
I think some places just did it. I think that's just bad because if you know there's 20 minutes left and you're winning, you're going to play slow because you want to try and stop your opponent from scoring.
Right.
Now the game's halfway over. I think it's the best thing that people can do, like myself, like people at work always give me crap for it, is that I just have a really good internal clock. Like I can look at the sun and tell you what time it is. within a 5-10 minute lapse. So I'm just real good at actually knowing how much time has passed. And it does take training, but I mean, if you want, the best way for me to tell people is when you practice at 45-minute games. Like that will help you speed up the process.
Yeah, definitely. That's good advice.
For you to be able to get to what you need. Is that if you know that it's going to be at least 50 minutes, give or take, 45 minutes is going to be on the low end. And sometimes that does happen, at events because, you only have a certain amount of time allotted. So just get used to playing at 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, actually.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, then we have Alec Muser. He wants to know, does Infinite cometh? Only on his birthday and wedding anniversaries, Alex.
Yeah, if he's lucky.
If he's lucky.
If he's lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Johnson, does playing mainboard Beetlejuice make me a bad person? Oh, yeah, Scott, it does. It really does. I hope you took this to heart and you won't be making that decision again. I want to know why you hate fun. Why would you play a piece all day that simply just says to your opponent, hey, that team you built, you can't play it. Only a bad, terrible person would do something like that. So shame on you. So yeah, all I want to know, is this a permanent choice of yours, or was this a one and done choice event for just an evil Scott Johnson? So yeah, let us know, and we can say that on the next episode. Or are you just is this Scott Johnson's heel turn?
It is. He's a war criminal.
He is a war criminal.
Yeah, it makes him the exact type of guy that your mom warned you about when she said stay away from kids who make trouble. It's just how it is. Chaos merchant.
I was trying to hold in my laugh I just want to know why you hate fun. That's all I want to know, Scott. Scott, tell me, why do you hate fun? Scott, here's the good thing. If we can all choose to be better, right? And not HeroClix choose because we don't know what that means. But we could all choose to be better. So if this is your choice and you think that it might not have been a good thing and it might make you a bad guy, and other people like to talk us around things like war criminal and you hate fun, I think you can choose to walk away from Beetlejuice and choose a brighter tomorrow. But not in HeroClix because we don't know what that means.
Scott, let me know.
You're not a bad person for playing Beetlejuice. You're a bad person for enjoying it.
Scott, let me know if you just regret it, right? Or maybe you want to write like a formal apology. We'll read it on the podcast. Like, it's very cool. Just send it our way and let us know if you are sorry.
500 words or less, Scott.
All right, let's move on to McConnell Lamar. Hey, gents. I hope you all have a great week. Thanks, McConnell. You as well. I guess I'll find out when this releases, but are you covering the CCO festive events this week as well? Yeah, we won't be covering them this week, but we'll catch up next week, and then we'll be covering all of them each week after that. Right and Clix was just a pretty big event at 63, so we really wanted to focus on the top 16 for that, and just being the first event out of the gate, just kind of talk about some teams. So yeah, next week we'll be doing CCOs.
Yeah, and we may want to focus on one piece in particular. I don't know.
That's going to be the new thing. So,
isn't it the Beetlejuice report?
Yes, I guess it needs a name, right? We'll see if we.
What are you going to do? The Beetlejuice byline? What are you going to do when like a group gets together at like a CCO and everybody plays it?
That sounds like the worst CCO ever.
Right?
But I mean that serves them right. So I hope everyone has a great time at that one. What are your initial thoughts on 300 Modern after these events? It does definitely seem like we're in a better place after rotation here. I really like to see people play new things and a variety of things, and just looking at the meta, seeing how many pieces were played and how many at like low amounts really just shows that people are building with a lot more things. There's still just a couple elements that need to be addressed, which we've obviously listed on even this episode. Assist from Another World's a big one. Space exploration, Batman, and again, that Beetlejuice.
Ares.
Oh, Ares is a huge one.
Yeah.
That's.
Is there anything else you guys would add to that list?
Assist from Another World, Beetlejuice, Ares. We do need something like the barrel. We do. We need something that's able to mitigate the improved movement.
Definitely.
It's just with the amount of things that just ignore terrain, it's hard to try and play defensive. Yeah, the alpha is just too strong.
Is
So
there
there's something like that.
is there any like optimistic things though out of seeing the things that were being played and what people did choose to play with or build with?
It's hard for me to be the optimistic guy just because it's just hard for me to do it. I hate Juice. Crack loves him. I don't. It really just makes me, not want to travel for Modern. Like I have zero interest in traveling for Modern for anything, and it sucks because of how much I actually enjoy Clix.
Yeah, that does suck.
I just want to go and just play and have fun, and just seeing like having to play against one of those Juice teams, or I can beat Juice teams. I've beaten Juice teams in the past. It's just not fun and not how I want to spend an hour of my life.
I support that. Pete, what is your take on Modern after the events, though?
Well, so I was the guy that skipped Modern at Worlds because I was not happy with the meta at all and the stuff that came into the meta prior to Worlds, and just basically, like a lot of people, settled on that Kong team and then said to myself, I don't want to play this all day. So I'm honestly a lot more positive. I'm really looking forward to the CCO and seeing what it is. It's fun to see new pieces come into the meta. We talked about how good all the primes are and how you could realistically play up to 10 or 11 of them
Easily.
and build around them. I think the problematic stuff still needs to be addressed. If you get rid of the problematic stuff, the 4 or 5 things that we mentioned, and something like the barrel comes back or some version of it, it doesn't have to be 4 squares. You have a very different version of the game.
Enjoyable.
Yeah, because the thing on small maps really is that there's just too many things that get all the way across the map.
Mm-hmm. And they keep printing them too, so they're not going away anytime soon.
Correct. Yeah, but overall, I'd say I'm more positive than what I was. I will actually go play in a Modern event. Whereas if you asked me around Worlds to do that, I wouldn't have done it.
So that's a step in the right direction then.
I think so.
Let's go to Luke Takarik. If someone took me to Clix University, what sort of class would DGen 101 be? I think it's going to be a class where it's out of the box team building, where you're taught to maybe think a little bit differently and not just lean into the easiest or the most efficient thing. Miles, do you have a special answer?
For DGen Clix 101, it's going to be a crash course introduction to philosophy, dysfunction, and competitive strategies with us. You're going to learn why Nort is always better than he looks, why Ryan is always technically right but emotionally exhausting, the art of making a team that's 50% competitive and 50% meme, how to disagree loudly while still being friends, and why Beetlejuice is a threat to public society.
Where did that come from?
ChatGPT.
Sounds very accurate.
Yep, we got a few weeks too. So week 1 is what even is DGen, and it's going to be an introduction to our podcast with a history of bad ideas and why I am the face, the heart, and the spiritual leader, as well as Pete's role as moral support. And it's going to help you identify which host is most likely to tilt during sealed. That's going to be your assignment. You need to figure out that. Week 2 is going to be fundamentals of HeroClix. We're going to learn about keywords, traits, and why they lie to you. Understanding the DGen building format, which is 40% competitiveness, 40% troll value, and 20% accidental brilliance. And the mandatory reading is the Nort card, just all of it.
Over and over.
Week
again.
3? Yeah. Week 3 is Ryan Redmond Rules Interpretation Lab. Why the rulebook fears him. Free actions aren't free. Understanding why he sighs at you every time you say, is that how it works? And your lab project will be for you to submit a power interaction that makes Ryan roll his eyes in real life. And then week 5 is the Miles Kane's competitive clinic, where I'm going to teach you how to be Hollywood, playing confidently even when the idea is terrible, the spiritual power of monster energy, posing for a win even when you lose, and your practical exam will be to tell someone their team is mid but politely. Week 6 is going to get cut. It's Team Building 101. It's why you shouldn't play Beetlejuice, but people still do. Misusing constructs for personal gain. Sound waves are not a personality, but Nort makes it work. The art of making a team that would embarrass your parents, and your assignment is to build a 300-point team that hurts Dan emotionally. It's ChatGPT.
It's a solid curriculum.
Week 7?
Oh, we're going.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Full
We got
semester.
week 7 and then a final exam. Yeah, so week 7 is going to be the CLIX community and event etiquette. We're going to teach you how to survive Origins without crying, what beer to bring to CLIX camp, trash talk hierarchy, and when Miles signs autographs, always. And your final paper is going to be explaining why Hollywood Miles is the people's champion. And your final exam is there's 5 things. Win a roll-off, make Ryan laugh, annoy Dan on purpose and survive, say mon cher in a Gambit accent without breaking character, and build a team featuring Nort. Defend it like it's S tier and convince others you mean it. Pass all 5, you graduate with a DGen degree in Clixology studies.
Well, that's an amazing answer, Miles.
Yeah.
So, I have a question.
Great.
You like how conditioned I am now to wait for it?
Yeah.
The backhanded compliment. Yeah.
I'm
It's like
excited.
Pavlovian at this point.
I'm excited.
I mean, ChatGPT knows us. I mean, build a team featuring Nort, defend it like it's S tier, and convince others you mean it. I mean, that's...
Are we a certificate program? Is this an associate's degree? Like, what level are we teaching here? This is
PhD.
It has to
101.
be, well, so it's only an 8-week exam. So you're talking this is going to be close to a certificate. You can't really
Yeah.
get a degree. It's going to be a certificate in 8 weeks.
It's an
But
online
it says
class.
it's a DGen degree in Clixilogical sciences. So I mean,
Clixilogical sciences.
it's what it says. Yeah,
Okay.
if you pass all 5.
I'm not going to have a better answer than what ChatGPT and Miles just did.
Are you going to
But
attempt
I
it?
would say that I'm going
It has
to, and it's
advanced
going to
courses
suck.
too. So there is a 201. So
Well, of
Is
course,
it
there has
all
to be a
written out?
201. Eventually, you get 301 and 401.
yeah, let's see what the 201 course is. This is, I mean, let's see how well they know us. It was if 101 was the intro course for new recruits, the 201 is where they learn to thrive in the chaos. Yep. So your first, this is gonna be your course is gonna be for 201 is advanced tactics, psychology, and petty warfare, where competitive strategy meets dumb decisions done beautifully. Your instructor will be Hollywood Miles. He's tenured. He doesn't show up on Fridays. And your teacher assistants will be Ryan, actually Redman, and Pete. I don't trust that team, but I'll play it, Peterson. And your course overview. It's going to expand upon your foundations of 101, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper into competitive mind games, master level team building, tilt management, weaponizing memes, countering players who just want to have fun, and harnessing the unstoppable cosmic power of Nord. This course is required before entry into DGen 301, legendary troll builds, and Hollywood meta manipulation. These are actually modules. So we have modules, the illusion of balance, why good figures are sometimes bad, why bad figures are sometimes good, aka the Nort effect, calculated jank versus reckless chaos, understanding Ryan Redman's flowchart for why your idea is illegal, and your assignment is to take a meta team and replace one key piece with something stupid but works. Ooh. Explain why Pete would still misplay it.
It's a good project.
That is a good project.
He knows pretty well. Yeah.
So I think the 101 class is going to be your introduction to the D-Generation Clix philosophy of life, that we're here to have fun. We're here to roll dice, and we're here to make solid memes. Thank you.
But this module 4, the subtle art of lying about how good Nort is so people don't believe you. I mean, this is... Yeah, I mean, if we do have a Patreon, and I would gladly do this. So if people are interested, we can get you a degree, a certificate.
Of actually taking these classes and doing the
Absolutely.
projects. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, I will. I will treat
got
it like an online course where I can have people in a classroom and just use my laptop as
Message Miles
I got an
directly.
Zoom
idea.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has got legs, Miles. We're gonna record you like as a teacher. And if everybody actually completes all the courses and does the homework, we'll send them a certificate.
Signed by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever has the highest score will get a case.
That's amazing.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go
I like
to
it.
let's go to
It's gonna be a while.
let's go to Jedrick Fasadi. Thoughts on factoring in some type of time monitoring for the final round only, or maybe the semifinals too, to ensure someone wins or loses by virtue of their skill in the game rather than arbitrary slow play, unintentional or otherwise. Yeah, we just as players need to normalize calling the judge for stalling. It's so difficult to change how the time for round works just because of how many things the non-active player still needs to do on the active player's turn. There's a lot of different, even just aspects of the turn with everything you have to be able to think about while you're doing it. So, if what's the best example, right? Like you have to first determine your targets, and then your opponent has to decide if they have like a shape change or something like that. Then you're going to roll your dice, and then your opponent has things like rollouts or reducers, like impervious that they have to roll, and then there's random effects. And when you're playing at a competitive level, there's a lot of different pieces that have like after resolutions effects on both sides. So it's way too hard to change how the time works. I don't really know if there's any way to change the time. It's just people have to be better about calling a judge, right? So I mean, I'm guilty as well. I've sat there and let my opponent take 15-minute first turns and not said anything.
You let a guy take a whole last turn after last action was called.
I did, and that costed me the entire event pretty much. So, and
Yeah.
easily regretted that just because, just being nice.
No, it's us as players that need to hold people accountable and not wait until after. That's the best advice I can give.
Yeah.
Don't worry about being that guy.
So sometimes when it's faced with stuff like this is like you got to deal with the emotion of like I don't want to be that guy. But this is not necessarily directed personally at the person across from you when you call the judge. Like you're just trying to maintain a fair game state for all of you. And your feelings in the situation do matter 100% because you're a paying customer they're playing also. So it sucks if you have to do it. Like you're gonna feel like an asshole, and you can even say, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I feel like you're being a little too liberal with the time right now." So like you can try to approach it directly, or am I gonna get another turn? There's a bunch of ways to do it, but I think that's the only answer really, because once you introduce the idea of a clock or anything else, that's just gonna be more problematic.
Right. And we should say, right, I think Pete was kind of hinting at this too, like definitely mention to your opponent first that you feel like they're taking a little longer. Don't just, go from 5 minutes of nothing just to raising your hand and calling judge. At least give your opponent a second to realize they're taking a longer time.
Sometimes though, there a very few times I would say, yeah, just raise your hand. Because they know they know
Really?
when they're doing it on purpose, and you know when they're doing it on purpose. Absolutely, there's a few players that I've done that for.
I
and I
guess
have no
there's
qualms
rare
about it.
occasions. I would say something first.
I mean, honestly, what's the worst thing that you're worried about? Somebody's going to get upset at you? I mean, people get upset all the time with this game. They get upset when their dice are bad. They get upset when they lose. So if they're going to hold a grudge about it, there's nothing you can do about it. If they feel bad, like they're probably were stalling, right?
Yeah, I've played.
You just got called out on your bad behavior. So
I've played people that get upset because they got upset.
I'm so upset that I'm upset right now. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got Mark Bird. Howdy, Team DGen. And got a nice little cowboy hat emoji. Awesome to see Red, White, and Clix have a successful run again this year. Congratulations out to Wes and all who assisted the event to run and those that attended. With motorcycle sadly rotated, I see myself looking to Destroyer Armor and Animal Man most often to bolster my team. I'm just not able to find a place for the glider. Am I missing something? I think the addition of Animal Man really killed most reasons that you would play the glider. I think the only instance where glider is gonna see play is on the collector at this point, unless there's some really niche thing that we just haven't seen yet. But Animal Man gives you pretty much everything that you could get from the glider for less and more utility in case you need something else. The big thing with glider is that it was giving Spirit of Vengeance the flight ability, and Animal Man's doing that. And you can also go swimming with Animal Man. So I just don't think the glider is going to be seen like at all.
So I do tend to agree, but with us seeing how Red, White, and Clix did with Main Force Juice, I think that there is a world where glider can see an uptick in play, and you're going to just play that just to be safe. But Animal Man's still going to be the choice majority of the time. Yeah, it's very niche to go glider, so you're not missing nothing.
Man, that feels
No,
just
I
very
agree with
plain.
that. I just think Animal Man's better and better costed. So if you want to push the glider onto a team, you can. I think it's really only on collector right now, though.
Yeah. That would really suck to have to play glider just because there's so many Beetlejuice players that Animal Man drops off. That sounds like a very sad meta. With the loss of Barrel and Plastic Man in Modern, is map choice now the best alpha defense? It's a shame King Jefferson only shuts down flying and not improved movement collectively. So we were talking a little bit about this question, and what did we come up with again? I think the biggest defense is going to be rollouts, because you
It's
really can
rollouts.
just you usually have a way to get through everything. You have Crimson Gem. Rogue is going to be a super highly played Prime who can just bust through stuff. So I think rollouts are really the number one defense, right, for an alpha now. And then you have all of the I guess that and the one shots, things like
And even
Fortify
then,
and what?
yeah.
What
I
was
said even then, though, the rollouts don't really work because you can stop them.
with you're talking about with just having answers like the Amazon sword, what is it called?
God Killer Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Battle Fury, Precision Strike, all the normal stuff.
Zinzi.
I think rollouts are an
Yeah,
answer.
Zinzi God Killer can just.
I think
destroy
high
rollouts.
defense, maybe. I mean, I know people are going to hit, but the one shots are huge too. I think those are really your only things: one shots, high defense, and rollouts.
There's just a lot
Because
of
you
rock, paper,
can't
scissors right now.
Right, you can't block up a map effectively enough to keep people safe.
I was surprised to see
Everything's
how
just
many,
running right through it.
how many people we saw play the Prime Sinestro. So people are already trying to take away from that high defense by playing him. So I don't know how many, if that continues to see an uptick in play, I don't know how many people plan on their high defense being their biggest I guess defense.
I tend to build high defense number. That's what I try to do with stuff, and it's you would think I'd have learned by now. You're gonna get hit at some point. That's the problem.
Always.
Somebody's gonna come out of the gate and roll a 10 or 11s for their whole turn, and you're just like, well, that was great.
I think the big thing is really there is no defense, and that's the biggest takeaway.
I think that's more it, is like you just want to build your team to go first. So you can get your alpha off before somebody else can.
Because odds are you're getting across the map.
Oh, yeah.
Smash and bash.
Smash and bash. Leading into the season where the man in the red suit starts getting credit for parents' hard work and thoughtfulness across millions of homes. Thankfully, no longer credit stealing in my house. What one HeroClix piece would you wish for from the Jolly Fat Man this year to add to your collection? The only real pieces that I can think of that are a little older that I don't have is some of the older Dark Phoenix things that look really neat. Dalton played that what is it, Dark Phoenix Cyclops? and that thing was
Oh, yeah, the
huge.
candle?
Yeah, the candle.
Yeah.
That thing looks pretty cool. So I wouldn't mind getting some of the older Phoenix pieces with the crazy sculpts, but that's about it.
This is a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with something new. I don't have it. It just came out. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but man, I love Beast, and that Sentinel seems so fun.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, I really like him at 80 points. 275 seems a little bit high, but I mean that'd be a fun piece to play. But I do like him at 80 points.
That whole kit looks really good. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to starting our.
Those
our event.
terrain is ridiculous.
Yes. Pete, what do you want from Santa?
Oh, man. Maybe a Major Logan? I don't have one.
You
I
never
keep
picked
looking
one
at
up?
it. No, I never picked one up.
Wow.
I mean,
Now's the time.
I'm lucky enough to have most of the stuff that I want, so I'm fortunate that way. But yeah, probably Major Logan. To piggyback on his initial thing, though, I will tell you a story. So, in my house, even to this day, if my kids start the conversation about there's no Santa, I just tell them there's less presents. So there's always Santa here. It comes out of your mouth. We can save a lot of money in presents, kids. Yeah, I think Major Logan. I can't think of anything else.
That's definitely a piece worth having, though. So if you don't have it, maybe.
Yeah, I keep looking for him to get to a certain price I want because I don't know how much I'll play it. But I like to have them. I try to mostly follow your rule of have one of everything.
It's a good rule to live by. In more recent years of wrestling, it's felt like the title changes are far less impactful and title defenses are few and far between. Who has been your favorite title winner of any belt over the years in wrestling that stirred your emotions for their win the most? For me, I think the two moments of two best friends, Benoit and Eddie. For me, it was definitely that one moment on Raw where Chris Jericho won the belt off of Triple H for maybe like 5 minutes, and then Triple H bullied Hebner, the referee, to reverse the decision. I think that was one of the most intense. Everything was just way cooler way back then when I started watching, so that was something that just really stuck out to me always, that whole scene, because that was my favorite wrestler. So having that happen and have him win on a Raw, it just felt very very cool.
So two, I have two. So the one is gonna be like for me, like as a teenager, is gonna be definitely when Mankind won his first title. But for the first title win that like really like got me going is when Hogan joined WCW in '94 and beat Ric Flair in his first match. And I was still a Hulkamaniac. I still am. I bleed red and gold. That's just facts. It's ketchup and mustard, baby, for life.
Miles, once again, you've taken one of my answers, as you usually do. I think probably the most impactful one to me would have been Mankind. I remember it because it was during the Monday Night Wars, and it was actually taped. And so even live, Eric Bischoff said, well, if you want to watch Mankind win a world title, that's what they're doing tonight because they already had the results.
That's actually why, because I was a WCW most of the time. And because I just was tired of it and I love Mankind. And the moment I heard that, I switched it and I knew it was coming. And man, even though I knew it was coming, it didn't change.
And it completely backfired because a ton of viewers went to the tape draw because the numbers that came out the next day. So that was really cool because at that point, I mean, Mick had been around. He'd been in WCW. He'd been across in Japan. Like he just destroyed himself for wrestling and our entertainment. The other one that I really, really loved was the inevitable initial win by Stone Cold when he got his first world championship. That was awesome.
Was that right after the King of the Ring stuff?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was
right after. Yeah, it's right after the promo where he introduced Austin C316 and the whole persona. So
okay.
Yep, Jake the Snake. That's
yes.
You gotta thank Jake the Snake for
And leading on from that, I've always felt trophies meant a lot for major events, and since 2023 have supplied them to winners, runners-up, and at nationals, the top 4. Do you think the community collectively would appreciate to see trophies for major events, or is the cost too detrimental to kit cost and entry fees? I would love to see more trophies. I think that that's really cool. And if it's a big enough event, I think there's plenty of low cost options that would make it worth getting. And just having that to keep, I think, is a big deal. So there's where would you guys draw the line on where you would want to see a trophy?
A local event. I think a CCO regional is even cool to have a trophy. You know, because it's
like an
those
Iceberg
are
regional.
Yeah, I think those are be totally fine. Yeah, you can just have that. It's and then with the bigger events, I think we need belts.
I'd love to see more belts.
Dude, that's the thing. I love trophies, but belts are way better. So if I can take away trophies and put in the word belt, yeah. I mean, but definitely CCOs, Nats, Worlds, obviously. Any of the bigger events that people travel to, Huntington's, those type of things, they should have some kind of trophy or plaque or, ideally a title belt.
Yeah, anything that big absolutely should. But just having the year and the events and just being able to put that on your shelf or whatever, I think it would be an awesome thing to have for anything above 20 people, like you're saying the regionals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think the regionals. Yeah, absolutely. The regionals are like the CCOs are almost like the states, except there's multiple seasons. But it feels like that because
I think the big
we
thing
had 2
is,
CCOs already.
The big thing though is that
20%.
we're still trying to build some of the areas back up from when they kind of shrunk. So you have some regionals that are only getting 13 people.
Yeah, but I still think that's fine because those regions are that small. Like out here, like in Oregon, that's we're on life support compared to other places.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
I'd like to see them in the kits.
I don't think the turnout should play into it. I think the event should be what determines it. I mean, because for some places, 13 is huge.
Yeah, I guess
like
so.
We're
I guess
just lucky enough to
be in a spot that can pull a bunch of numbers usually. But I guess my thing is, do you think that if it's something where, let's say, 20 locations get this regional kit, that the same, let's say they give them to top 4 or whatever, so you have 4 people from a 13-person store event versus 4 people from a top 30, you think that that's still something that means the same?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. I think it's I mean, it's not like you shouldn't be punished because you played in an event with a few, less people than another event. You did what you came there to do.
So that's, I guess, that's what, I guess I'm not being super clear, but I feel like if there's events that are only doing 13, then maybe those events shouldn't get trophies yet. So
no,
all
you would have
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can even have it you just have it in that region, so you can look back at it's only a 13-person, whatever.
Or no, so no, no regional would have it because there's still events that aren't being filled out enough. So it's just something.
I think I'll 3D print you Monday, events for your Monday, trophies for your Monday events out there.
How much would that cost?
How much would it cost?
Yeah.
My cost probably 40 cents.
So there's probably enough cheaper options where I guess it's reasonable.
Yeah, because I can 3D print them. Yeah, you can 3D print that. Yeah, very easy.
I think you're looking for the balance of maintaining the value and feeling of accomplishment versus just throwing something else into a prize kit, right? And to some people, trophies are cool and they like them, and some people won't care about them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there is
you can never predict it.
There's where it goes out, participation trophies are meh, but it's. I wouldn't consider it a participation trophy, even if you're in a 10-person event. It's a major accomplishment for a lot of people that don't travel outside of their city, where they have lesser players and whatever. It doesn't matter though to them. Like it's, yeah, I'm my city's best HeroClix player. I got first in this event. It's still an accomplishment for that person.
Yeah, I guess
And I
you
always
shouldn't
take that
take it away. It just seems different. Where if you're one of 4 people to get a trophy in a 13-person event versus like a 35-person event, it just feels different.
Well, I'm the only world champion this year that didn't get a trophy, and I'm bitter about it.
Just paint your
So.
stupid Thanos gold.
No, I'm giving that away for the Patreon.
Nobody wants
It's kind of a big deal. I sold it.
Yeah, the world champion Thanos. Yeah. I mean, I always like to, not to derail this to a different conversation, but when you go to events, even them handing out something as simple as like action tokens or dice to commemorate the event, I always thought that was super cool.
Yeah, I like the dice. Use them as counters or something. All right, let's go to the next one. So this is Evil Villain Beetlejuice Enthusiast Anthony Barnstable writes, 63 players for a main event not directly supported by WizKids. That is exciting. That puts Red, White, and Clix as the 5th largest event of the year. Worlds, CCO, main event, H4H, and Nationals. What do you think the secret to success is to start a new event and get attendance like that consistently from the first year through the 3rd year? I think number one is just location. Red, White, and Clix itself, being in Indiana, it's just a great location for a ton of players in the Midwest. So that was a great start, just having a great location. I think next you're probably looking at event types, just running appealing event types. Also, Anthony making the choice to maybe ban pieces like Beetlejuice could probably help with that. So it's a more fun event that would help, I would say. Time of year is probably a big part of that. There's really not any events going in between after Worlds to the CCO if it's in March again this year in 2026. So yeah, but you're not traveling to states, right? You're not going to say this state had the biggest event of the year.
No, yeah, that's true.
So if this is like an event you would travel to, there's really not much going on from Worlds to Champion Clix Open. So it really is. It's just a great time. And then there's prizing too, right? So I think Wes probably overprized his event, but prizing can definitely play into how many people travel or how successful an event is. I think that prizing has been one of the things that's improved the most lately, and there's actually stuff that you definitely want to travel and win. And you have a pretty good chance of getting it. It's prized deeper and better lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
Location is the most important. No, location is 100%. That's people are not going to travel all the way out to where I'm at. It's just not going to happen.
Not to your house, but pretty close.
No, even on the West Coast, I don't see that us being able to get a big event. People just don't like it out here, which is why we always get the shaft of it's so hard for us to get events out here.
So, yeah, sometimes that's the players, though. I mean, you got to just make that. I don't know, not really a sacrifice, but that choice to grow the community and start traveling a little bit more. If you want something,
in Indiana, like you said, it's a hub. Where you look how close, majority of the players are. A lot of the drives are a lot shorter.
Yeah, there's plenty of people to go from all different directions, and everything's just more spread out there also.
Yeah.
Pete,
I think you covered it all. I would just say advertisement. Be consistent in your advertisement. I mean, Wes advertised the crap out of it.
I think Wes actually advertises every 40 minutes. He just has like a timer, and then every 40 minutes it's an advertisement that gets posted.
Instead of your phone telling you how much screen time is, his is just telling him he needs to post another advertisement.
Number 2, when checking the meta tab, is there a minimum play percentage that is a yellow or red flag to you that a game element could attain? If so, what is the percentage that and did any game element attain it? Is there a minimum win percentage with probably some requirement before it counts, like minimum number of players have played the game element, minimum number of wins the game element attained, minimum percentage of players played the game element, or something else that makes sense to you, and did any game element attain it? So I don't think it's that simple. I think it really just depends on, is this piece really effective and so people are playing it, or is it leading to an unfun play experience? So like we look back at the meta tab from Red, White, and Clix, and we mentioned the first 4 pieces are all support pieces. Yeah, Perdegaton, it kind of sucks that he gets to move your piece, but it's just kind of an inconvenience. 20 points, he's just really efficient. You have then, what was the other ones? It was Copycat, Phoenix, and Share Panther. If you sit down across from any of those pieces, you're just like, all right, I know what I have to deal with. It might be a little annoying, right? And way more people played those pieces than Main Force Juice. But if you sit across from Main Force Juice, you're not going to have a good time. So I think that it's not as easy to say it had this win percentage or this many people played it. Can you maybe put win percentage on some pieces like Juice? Probably. I think when what's another good example? Maybe Kong's win percentage, Spirit of Vengeance win percentage going into Worlds. Maybe that's stuff that you can start to kind of look at. Pieces where that's the main thing that you don't want to deal with across the map.
I don't think you want to deal with. You're trying to fix these problems. It's like you said. It's creating unfun game experiences. And as someone who's trying to grow the community, like Anthony, like he should understand that figures like Juice do not grow the community like at all. It just doesn't. I personally know tons of people that don't play because of figures like him. I also know that people don't play because of figures like Kong. Like Iconics is one of those things that was great on paper, but it's horrible in execution. There's a difference from hyper efficient and actually making a good piece. Like and those two figures are way off. They are way too efficient, and they break the game to where they both create unfun game experiences.
Yeah, and I guess I should say like when I meant
they're
like I don't want to
available.
Deal with it. I meant not traveling, like not going places.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. No, I'm just it's if you're trying to grow the community, especially like a place out here that's on life support, figures like that just won't. People will not come because they don't even want to deal with that. It's majority of it is a casual player base, of course, but there's a way to ease them into competitive, and figures like Juice and Kong are not those figures. And it makes them go to an event and just never want to go to another event.
Yeah, I am finally excited to play a team for the first time since before Worlds 2024. The entire year between Worlds 2024 and 2025, I did not really have a great time with building for Modern. It just wasn't there.
No, that's the one reason why. Like I literally had the highest percentage to win the entire Clix League West up here in Oregon, and that morning or the night before, like I was contemplating it, I didn't drive because I didn't have fun. Like, so it's not that I wasn't going to win. It's like, it was a poor experience, and I did not enjoy playing Clix. It was mind-numbingly bad last year. So I completely agree with you.
I don't think the percentages. I think the data is amazing. I think units is amazing. I think it provides a lot of information. I think this is really two different conversations. If you're trying to say a piece should be looked at or that based on numbers, I don't agree with that. I think it should be looked at based on how it interacts with the game. Ares sucks. It breaks too many pieces. It's a game ender in one turn on the wrong setup. Beetlejuice super sucks. It completely changes the game. It's not limiting your opponent just the free actions. It's everything else you can't do that then makes you have to sit there and think, can I do this? Oh no, I can't do this. Well, this is crazy. Like why do you want to do that? So when it comes to things like that, there's a lot of conversation. This can go a lot of ways, but I don't think the percentages do anything for me. Hyper efficient pieces will always get utilized more. The nice thing is right now,
pieces. Yeah, that's the problem.
That's it. Right now, it shows you that you have a certain number of support pieces that are just better than everything else, but you have diversity in your attackers.
Right. I think when you start looking at potential toxic pieces, then maybe you can start looking at the win percentage a little bit more to just, say this has to be an issue. We need to address it. But yeah, just overall, just win percentages or any percentages of people playing them, that's just not enough to just flag any element because of it.
Well, no, because the one with the highest win percentage would have been what, Freya?
Right. With just one
from
person
Red, White, and
playing
Clix.
it. Yeah.
Right, and nobody's saying Freya's broken.
No, she's a great piece that should have seen more play. But yeah, one person playing her isn't isn't killing an event, right? It's not ruining the time
Right.
for a bunch of people.
No.
Well, I mean,
That's
to
the
be
biggest
fair, it's
thing.
playing against Kenny, so I'm sure he ruined a lot of people's fun.
I mean, that's fair, right? Yeah, I guess I didn't think of that factor.
I mean,
But no, it's going to be because Anthony's always brought this up, and we've talked to Anthony in person about this. It's going to be a game philosophy that's just never. There's never going to be any like middle ground. It's always going to be agree to disagree because he thinks that juice is fine, and he goes, "Well, we have like the green power battery. Green power battery is not being played because guess what? You actually have to invest quite a bit in order to get to what you want to do. It's totally different." And then Wakanda Hulkbuster, yeah, it is going to be a huge problem in Silver. I don't think those game elements like that should exist. I think limiting your opponent is just
Bad.
it's just so dumb that some teams just don't function before you even roll dice.
I still to this day cannot believe the win ruling on Wakanda Hulkbuster.
So bad.
I have reread that and reread that and reread that, and I thought there's no way I would have ever interpreted it like this.
No. And no one did.
No one did. He was played in tournaments before that, and it was opposing characters can't take more than one action. So free action. So everyone's like, okay, everyone gets one free action. Okay, this isn't bad.
Right.
And that's how it was played. And ruled.
And just one quick thing, like things like Beetlejuice. So like I'm fortunate, right? I'm not like Miles where I have to travel to play. Like I have pretty great local play things. But if that's the meta, if it switch into the juice meta, I just will make the decision not to until he rotates. I'll go to other stuff. I'm just not going to waste my time and money to be unhappy. I can go to work and do that.
Let's go to number 3. Did you also look at results from Sci-Fi Factory, CCO Fall Festive, and how did it compare to Red, White, and Clix results? Was anything surprising for either modern event? So we are going to cover the CCO Fall Festive from Sci-Fi Factory next week with the rest of the CCOs that we cover. So we'll bring this question back for that. But if we're going to be comparing Clixilogical Cap and Main Force Beetlejuice here, where he asks Clixilogical Cap performed comparably to Main Force Beetlejuice, looking at the number of people who played each and their final placements, do you think Clixilogical Cap is unhealthy for the format based on the numbers? Definitely not, because at least Cap says I can still play my team, and we can have fun and an enjoyable game, where Beetlejuice is not saying that. So definitely not the same thing.
This is why the numbers aren't a good comparison.
Exactly.
This is just the example.
Someone can play Clixilogical Cap, and I can still play my team, and we can have a good game.
Yeah.
We have Roger Cedarholm, Batman Forever Iconics. What is up with the misprint? HC units, HC manager, and the card all say different things. We did not look at that. So I would... You go over the card, right? Always, unless HC units or something says errata on it.
Yeah, well, even if HC unit says errata, you always go with the card and then the win if there's no errata.
Well, if HC units says errata, I would go over HC units over the card that does not say errata on it.
Yes, at that point, yes. Yeah.
HC manager, I would use 0% of the time, though. I would never log on to that. Yes. What is that? Is that the phone app?
I didn't even know that was existed.
Is that
it's a phone app. I thought didn't realize it was still getting updated.
Yeah, HC units might not be optimized for phones, but yeah, I'm never not using HC units for this.
Who's had an issue with HC units on their phone?
It's just not optimized. It's not like an app,
Oh.
I mean, it's fine. I use it on my phone all the time. It's not optimized. I would never use a worse app instead of HC units. That's not an app. I guess that's what I'm saying.
You're just choosing not to be miserable?
Yes.
Like, why would I do this?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Luminati.
I bet Scott Johnson uses HC Manager.
He probably does. He just says Beetlejuice defaulted as the first piece on every team that he builds.
Oh, man. Scott taking a beating tonight.
We have Illuminati. What should be done about players taking 20-minute turns? Gotta call a judge, Lou. I know it's not easy, but we do need to start normalizing it. It does sound like there were a lot of issues with stalling potentially at Red, White, and Clix, though. I think that's the third or fourth question we've got about time.
Oh, it's at least the fourth.
Were all those people at Red, White, and Clix?
I know Lou was.
Yeah, I know Lou was too. All right, we have Manny Kinks, also known as Kenny Minks. Why did your entire team no-show when I traveled so far to give you all the Stone Cold Stunner? Yeah, it was just a bad time, Kenny. Sorry, but you should thank us because you were able to do so well, right? But we should have a decent showing at the CCO main event in Orlando coming up here. So if you attend that, maybe we make another bet. What do you say? Challenge accepted.
I just have a
think
question.
he wants to aid me and leg wrestle you.
About Kenny?
Yeah. Well,
he
I have a
can't arm
question.
wrestle with those garter snakes.
What's your question, Pete?
No, that would go poorly for Kenny. What does a Stone Cold Stunner do if he can't reach your neck?
Yeah, that's a good question. What would that be, like an elbow stunner?
Like if he Stone Cold stun your nipples, are you really worried about it?
He'd probably accidentally hook your... It'd be just like an arm drag, right? Where you just kind of like... You put your arm back and hope you grab something.
Yeah.
Stone Cold arm grab? Arm hook? Or what am I saying? Arm drag.
Well, since he doesn't even know what a rock bottom is, I'm not even sure he knows what a Stone Cold Stunner is.
He might not. Kenny, I'll show you what one is. Come on down to the CCO in Orlando. 2026.
Smells like a bet.
Then we have William De Roque. After listening to episode 100, Ryan and I are officially in a last name pronunciation arms race. I am now officially pronouncing it Reb Man. When I do, so it makes me think of the Mega Man games. What will the weapon do that Rebman gives to Mega Man when he easily defeats him? So, Will, Rebman is more like a Proto Man, right? Where he keeps showing up, but he's never truly defeated. So, he'll just be around forever, undefeated.
He fires creatine powder.
just a cloud of creatine.
Yeah, and if it hits you, you get powered up. He's a friendly little Proto Man.
See, yeah, we fight.
That's about right.
We fight until I'm your best friend. And then you get to get stronger.
So right here, you're the rules refining robot master. Rebman is a precision-obsessed robot master who operates like a walking rulebook. He pauses mid-battle to correct Mega Man, denies shortcuts, and enforces frame-perfect timing. Your signature weapon is a clarification burst, which is a tactical logic projectile. Your damage is medium, your utility is very high, and the flavor is aggressively correct. The effects is interrupting shots, correction fields, precision bonus, and actually overcharge mode.
What is it
where
called?
Mega Man
Aggressively.
while text bubble pops up saying actually. This fires a massive rule correcting beam that pierces armor. Enemies hit by the overcharge are stunned and visibly reconsider their life choices. And why this fits you, it's because it punishes people for doing things incorrectly. It's strong, but also annoyingly technical. It gives Mega Man the ability to stop someone mid-action and correct them. And it has a mode literally fueled by saying actually, a Rebman signature.
What is it called? What is the move called?
It is called the clarification burst.
Can you ask how much creatine is in the clarification burst?
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Pete?
Aggressively. What was the word? Aggressively accurate.
Yes, aggressively correct is the flavor.
Aggressively correct. That's probably the best description of you.
Aggressively correct.
Yes, aggressively correct. Oh, that was really good. There was something else I was going to bring up from that whole question. Oh, have I told the Redmond story about the N at the end of your name?
It's zero creatine projectile.
Oh, that's a bullshit move then. I don't think so, Pete.
Yeah, it's the clarification burst runs entirely on pure logic, pedantic energy, the power of telling someone they're wrong, and a light dusting of actually. Creatine wouldn't help the attack. Redman believes only proper technique, not supplements, should increase power output. He also insists Mega Man drink more water.
Pedantic technique.
They
Aggressively
also
correct
can
the
rewrite it,
pedantic
and we can have it
technique.
called the Reb Bulk Stack.
The what?
Oh.
It has the Reb Bulk Stack. Apparently, is an alternate version. It's actually hypertrophy. It's designed by Rebman himself, the most pedantic robot master ever created. This is the supplemental stack that fuels the upgraded version of Clarification Burst. It's called the Overbulk mode. Zero charm, zero flavor, maximum rules precision. And each ingredient has been triple checked against a 400-page rulebook nobody asked for. It has 0% water retention and 100% logic retention. Micronized to exactly 1.000 microns, only activates if you pronounce creatine correctly, and gives Clarification Burst a thicker, heavier beam, like a verbal correction delivered with force. It has 2 actually aminos, AA9 complex, which restores energy mid-argument and turns blue glow slightly smug. Pedantic pump formula. It's a pre-workout with 400 milligrams of caffeine, 300 milligrams of stubbornness, 1 gram of Ryan's disappointed look nitrate for vascularity, and side effects include lecturing, correcting judges, explaining line of fire to strangers.
I keep wanting to move
that's
on,
a t-shirt.
but it keeps going and it's getting better.
That's a t-shirt. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah, the protein encoded in binary correctness has 47 grams per scoop and only digested if Mega Man stands on flat ground, no squares elevated. And it makes the beam becomes thicker, damage increases, it gains the special trait. If this attack interrupts an enemy, flex dramatically. Projectile noise changes to actually ta. And there is a warning label. Do not combine Reb Bulk Stack with Hollywood Miles' Monster Make a pre-workout. The last time someone did that, the LZ stabilized and Nort moved up a tier.
Can you tell me how thick the beam actually gets?
Yeah, how thick is the beam? Come on, chat.
What is the maximum thickness of the beam? It's maximum thickness it can achieve.
It's the beam isn't just thick. It's cartoonishly Mega Man boss creatine abusing thick. 12 centimeters thick.
Ooh.
This is the base clarification. A narrow, precise correction laser. And then Clarification Burst after the Red Bulk Stack, it moves to 48 centimeters thick, quadruple thick, visibly more judgmental and audibly more actually. And full activation, this is it's 1.2 meters thick. Yes, a literal wall of logic. It doesn't fire at enemies, it engulfs them in corrective commentary.
Are there any veins located on the beam?
I don't see why there wouldn't. Absolutely. It's so juiced on the Red Bulk Stack that the beam does get veins, but in a Mega Man cartoony, non-biological way that keeps it totally safe and perfectly lore-friendly.
Now we're talking.
It's not organic veins, but energy veins, like glowing power lines that pulse through the beam.
Of course.
The color is electric blue with streaks of neon white, trademarked named as Actually Shock. And each vein represents a different supplement in the Red Bulk Stack. When a vein flashes, that ingredient kicks in. You have the creatine pulse line, which is the beam gets wider. The actually aminos filament, which is beam accelerates. The pandemic pump circuit, with beam develops a flexing S curve. And the logic density conduit, where damage increases if the enemy was wrong about something. And the veins throb when Mega Man says actually. They crackle when interrupting enemy actions. And they glow brighter the more annoyed Ryan would be in real life.
That all sounds great.
They look like someone tried to sketch a bodybuilder's forearm inside a laser beam, but made it technological instead of biological.
Oh, I just want everybody and the listeners to know that this is a normal day of discourse for us.
Yes.
These are things that happen. We're just talking to each other anyway. Miles just brought it right in real time to the podcast.
This could literally be a conversation that we have at 7:30 in the morning on a Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. Aggressively correct.
Yeah.
So here's the Redmond story real quick. So it was literally years where I was misspelling his name. And I think one day he saw it on my phone or something, like you texted me or sitting next to each other or something, and you're like, dude, my name's spelled wrong. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's Rebmann. I said, oh, Well, you'll earn that second end someday.
I think I was at least impressed that you had a B instead of a D.
Not Redmond?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very frequent too. All right, let's go to the next question, which is legally required wrestling question. You have to spend 6 months on a deserted island with a pro wrestler with no gear or supplies. It can't be a female. Which wrestler do you choose? So I'm going to go with the Great Khali because then we can get the highest coconuts from the coconut trees.
Well, that's
Ooh,
a good
and he
answer.
can crush them.
And he can
Oh,
crush them.
they-
Yes, just chop them in half.
Yeah, that's I'll one up you. I'm gonna go Giant Gonzalez.
Is he known for his coconut skills?
He's known for his crushing skills, yes, and using chloroform. I just sent you a picture of the clarification burst over bulk mode.
I can't wait to see it.
It's,
I can't wait to see it either, actually.
I don't know why it's taking so long to load it. It's good.
Because that's
It's-
how
yeah.
big it is.
But yeah, it's gotta be
and
Giant
thick
Gonzalez.
and veiny. It just takes a while to send.
It's pretty thick. Yeah, I don't know why.
Bask in its glory. I would go with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, because you're going to need help carrying stuff around the island, moving whole trees, doing whatever it is that he does.
Oh yeah, he'd be good. P.S. If the other three hosts were Mega Man bosses, they would be Dan, Magnet Man, Pete, Top Man, and Miles, Hard Man.
Googling Top Man now.
I don't know if that's true.
Hard Man looked real dumb, didn't he?
Yeah,
was a little
I'm
taller.
asking what me and Pete would be. So if Rebman is the rule obsessed, creatine fueled, logic blasting robot master, then Miles and Pete deserve their own full Mega Man boss. Hollywood Man. My tagline is a soft spotlight surfing superstar. Signature weapon is a star power surge. It's a radiant showboat energy blast fueled by ego, charisma, and suspiciously high caffeine levels. It fires a bright golden arc that curves dramatically. Damage increases if Mega Man strikes a pose before shooting and knocks enemies back with sheer swagger. And the overcharge mode is when you yell Hollywood hype and unleashes a blinding cone of celebrity. Pete would be Featherman, the laid back storm on silent wings. His personality is chill, supportive, quietly insightful. Will politely destroy Mega Man while apologizing for the inconvenience. His weapon is the Featherfall Barrage, a soft-looking but devastating flurry of razor-sharp air feathers. The effects are low-cost rapid-fire option. Deals extra damage when Mega Man moves with calm rhythm. Shot direction gently curves with wind currents. Silences enemy projectiles. They literally disappear quietly. And then Mega Man enters a meditative state, then releases a massive burst of silent, slicing winds. Together, Hollywood Man and Featherman work perfectly. Their combined duo attack is amazing. That's what it says. And a Willy stage could be wild.
If we had a duo attack Miles, it would be amazing.
See, Miles, for you, I would have said Woodman, just like a big hobo living in a piece of wood.
So for some reason, ChatGPT has Pete's last name as Wood, so that's interesting.
It is interesting. I would have said, Pete, you could have been Dustman because you suck.
Wow.
Oh, actually, no. Here, there's a guy named Pump Man. You can be Pump Man. Do you want to be Pump Man
I'm
or
looking
Dust
through.
Man?
I don't think I like either one of those options.
I think that's the only two choices. Yeah, you got to pick one: Pump Man or Dust Man.
Well, so the quote from Dustman, did you read it?
No, what
Don't
does it
let me
say?
suck more than I can handle. That's good life advice.
Oh, I didn't realize that all the Mega Man villains had quotes. I should definitely look those up. All right, we have
It's generating
what is it generating
Featherman,
now?
Hollywood Man. It's generating an image of the trio.
All right, we have one more
So we'll
question
see.
from Damian Davis. Will Nort make it to top 15 for the CCO? Is Nort the greatest Green Lantern? Miles, what do you want to say? I'm going to say no on both of those.
Yeah, well, I mean, this would make sense from a non-reading comic book person. Yes, if you go through the comics, Nort is probably going to be having saved the core more times than the majority of the other lanterns. The only other lanterns that I would put ahead of him would potentially be Hal, Kyle, and Kilowog.
That's 3, so he's
And
like
John.
4th. So now he's 5th.
Yeah, we'll put him at. No, you could put him in any order. I'm just saying that those are the only ones that you could argue.
Well, if we're only selecting those, I would pick Nord as 5th.
Well, you read the comics, and then I'll take your opinion.
I like Chip better.
I think probably Hal's only really saved it more. The whole core.
Yeah, the whole core. Yeah.
I think it's probably just
Yeah.
Hal, honestly, if I'm thinking back through books.
Do you know who's definitely better than him?
Huh.
Not Gambit.
It's Green Man.
I would say Chip.
Well, Green Man is an amalgamation. So,
He's on the Green Lantern Corps.
yeah. Oh, this is
He gets
man,
a ring
Pete,
for
you
free.
look awesome as Featherman.
I'm excited.
Oh, this is
Where do you rate Jade as a Green Lantern, Miles? Go.
I don't rate her as a Green Lantern. I just rate her as Alan Scott's daughter.
As a shade
I
of
think
green.
she's okay. Yeah.
What about Chip? Chip's my number 1.
I have a tattoo of Chip, so it's hard for me to argue against that.
Where's your tattoo of Nort?
I have not got a tattoo of Nort.
It's because he's so ugly.
Well, no, it's just not as cool as a Green Lantern squirrel that has a bow tie and overalls.
All right, so we can at least agree that Chip is way cooler than Nort.
Chip is cooler, but I wouldn't say he's a better Green Lantern.
Chip has been
He
known
died
for
by a
making. He died by a bus. That was not canon. Doesn't count.
Yes, it was canon, and he lost his wife to his best friend Dale.
You know, sometimes life is like that. Chip is known for making top 15 at events when he was Modern Legal. Nord is not. So I think
Well, because Chip was overplayed because was
better.
easy to play. Nort takes a little bit of a skill.
He doesn't.
So one person took the Nort challenge. I think that more people will attempt to take that Nort challenge. In the right hands, Nort will win.
What's the Nort challenge, Miles?
You make cut with Nort.
I don't see
That's how it
anybody
is.
doing that at all. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Yeah.
No, people don't like challenges.
I mean,
Yeah,
somebody
they like it the easy way.
somebody played Nort at the Red, White, and Clix
Yeah,
event.
I respect him.
Didn't do very
Yeah, in
well.
fact, I need to figure out
25% win percentage. So probably not going to be seeing much Nort in the future.
Oh, that's fine.
Do you know who we're probably going to see in silver, though? Chip.
Nort
Chip.
and Nort.
And Gambit.
Saying, Nort has given plenty of people nightmares already from
No,
playing
that's-
against him and losing.
The only nightmares is from Scott Norder.
No, Nort. I instilled fear with Nort at Worlds. Ask Harris about Nort.
Stupid sealed. Get out of here.
I don't care. It don't matter.
It does matter a lot.
It's harder to make a figure like Nort great and sealed than it is in constructed. It's not like he's a beat stick 300-point piece.
That was a bullshit
He's a
booster that was
support
set
piece.
up for it. Whatever. Busted interaction in one booster. Busted booster.
Whatever.
Busted booster.
No, it was a brick. Let's see. At least 4 other teams pulled the exact same brick, and no one else played Nort. So,
Oh, they didn't know about the stupid interaction. Still not good. Damien does
I told him.
wrap up with Nort will forever be part of the G unit. Nort, John Stewart, Hal Jordan, and Kyle. Chip did not make Damien's list, though, which is unfortunate.
He did not make the G unit.
He did not make the G unit. He's on the C unit.
but the G unit does pour out a 40 for him every day.
It's very generous of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's going to wrap up this episode. Any final thoughts, Miles?
No, I can't wait for Hollywood Man, Red Man, and Featherman to just go and destroy events. Mega Man forever.
Pete?
I'm looking forward to the monthly. Man stands on the precipice of history. We'll see if he can pull it off. I'm going to vote no if I have anything to say about it. And I'm looking forward to the upcoming CCO.
All right. I'm just glad to see some variety in modern post rotation, and looking forward to playing on our CCO in a couple weeks and finally giving this Marauders team a go. And remember,
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Dragon Sword! I call on the power of the dragon! But I can't let you go unprotected. Take my shield.